Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. It's a test of the audio stream of the Class 6A Division 1 Area Championship between Lewisville and Arlington Martin. It's a test of the audio stream of the Class 6. Sounds like things are coming through okay. I'm going to go ahead and play a couple commercials just to make sure those sound good.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
All right, things are going pretty well. We're going to go ahead and drop off. We'll be back with the area championship between Lewisville and Arlington Martin in about 30 or so minutes.
For the next quarter are:
he shoots, he scores, 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Gerald J. Ford Stadium at Southern Methodist University. It's time for another Class 6A.
These two teams are both excellent, 10-1.
Class 6A Division 1 playoff edition of Fighting Farmer Football, where the Farmers will look to win an area championship for the second consecutive year. Tonight, they'll face a familiar team in the Martin Warriors of Arlington ISD, a team that they've met in this same area round each of the last 2 years. Hi again, everybody. Cody Barfnick here with Keith Whitmire, and welcome into the Viva La Pasta pregame show. If you're craving fine Italian cuisine, Viva La Pasta is the place to go, deep in the heart of the Lewisville Valley, just across the street from LHS at 1093 West Main Street, Suite 214. Tonight, the Farmers will face an Arlington Martin team that's 10-1 and in the area round for the second straight season that is hungrier than ever to get revenge on Lewisville from a year ago. Going to get this one kicked off in about 24 minutes or so. Farmers took down Allen for the first time last week, since 1995, but tonight will be a matchup with a very familiar opponent that's bent on revenge from Lewisville's 35-18 win a year ago. Tonight I'm joined by the great Keith Whitmire, normally on the Lake Highlands broadcast, but he's come over to watch the Farmers play the Warriors tonight. Keith, how's it going?
It's wonderful. It's great to be here in beautiful University Park, Texas, and getting back to see the Fighting Farmers again. I was the beat writer for the Farmers for the Lewisville Leader way back when. Ronnie Gage's first season as head coach there. Andre Brown was the feature back, if anybody is still around from those days, but great to see the Farmers again.
I actually went to high school. I was later on in high school with Andre Brown's son, DeAndre Brown. He was a heck of a running back, too. Lewisville, it's a big game for the Farmers tonight. They're trying to advance past the area round for the second straight season. The last time they did that was way back in 1996. They haven't done it in back-to-back seasons since 1993 and 1994, back when you weren't necessarily on the beat the entire time back then, but you remember those days.
Sure. You know, that's how you really create a foundation for your program, is you make those runs through the playoffs, and being bouncing by just year after year is no good. It's hard to really build some continuity with your program, but now Lewisville has made it at least one round deep and now 2 rounds deep, and if they can make it a round deep, 2 rounds deep this year, that'll be quite an occasion. I mean, they'll be practicing on Thanksgiving, which is the goal for every team in Texas.
Kind of the litmus test of a playoff team. If you can be practicing Thanksgiving week, you've definitely had a great season. Tonight they're going to face a team not easy to get by in Arlington Martin. Last week they win 62-3 over Richardson Berkner. Quarterback Tristan Biddle, 11 of 13 for 159 yards and a touchdown. A couple of touchdowns with his feet, 9 carries for 22 yards there. But the strength of this Martin team is with their running backs. Kanye Frazier went over 100 yards last week. Gage Wager, the head coach the son of the head coach Bob Wager, 6 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. They did not have Zaire Barrow last week, one of their featured running backs, but I saw him warming up before this game, so it looks like Barrow will be back in this game tonight. But Lewisville's had a great season as well. They're a team to talk about. Came in 25th in the final state rankings from Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Arlington Martin ranked 18th in that same poll, so by all intents and purposes, it should be a great game tonight.
Yeah, this is obviously a matchup of 2 of the better teams in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and obviously, like you said, Martin, this is the 3rd year to meet them in the playoffs and be the rubber match. But the thing about Martin, they are one of those sort of under the radar power programs in the area. They've had a tremendous winning tradition. They have star players in the NFL. They just haven't won that state title. They came a little bit close one time, but they haven't won that state title. They don't have that on their wall that Lewisville does, and other programs that are established as powers or potential powers in the area.
Still about 20 minutes or so away from kickoff between Lewisville and Arlington Martin, and we're going to go ahead and take a short break. And when we come back, I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to the conversation that I had with the head coach of the Lewisville Fighting Farmers, Michael Odell, last night at their team dinner. Always appreciate being able to be a part of that, and you'll hear how optimistic he is for this game, but you'll also hear how cautious he is against a team with the caliber of Arlington Martin. You're listening to the Viva La Pasta pregame show on Champion Sports Radio.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, school wear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Welcome back to Gerald J. Ford Stadium at Southern Methodist University. Cody Barfnick with Keith Whitmire. It's the Viva La Pasta pregame show here on Champion Sports Radio. Last night I had the opportunity to speak with the head coach of the Lewisville Fighting Farmers, Mike Odell, at the team dinner over at Lakeland Christian Academy in Lewisville. Always appreciate being allowed to be a part of that with the team. It's a great conversation with him, and you're going to hear how optimistic he is for this game and how grateful he is to still be in the playoffs. So here he is, the head coach for the Lewisville Fighting Farmers, Mike Odell. All right, Coach, congratulations on a by-district championship last week. I know it's a whole different kind of a ball game this week against Harlington Martin, but take us through that Allen game just a little bit.
That was a great team win. Dealt with the conditions. It was windy, it was cold, and started out with a great return in special teams and a big completion from Ethan to Jaden on the outside, and then once we settled into the game, defense played hard and took over, and just all in all, man, a pretty impressive win against an impressive team. So excited about the performance, and you know what, you just you watch it, you learn, and you move on because there's another big game in front of you.
A couple of guys I want to ask about, at least from last week. The usual suspects had a great game against Allen, but one player that really caught our eye, especially after the injury to Rendell when he didn't come back, was Ryan Sewell. In the game that he had off the edge, it seemed like he was flushing Hawkins out of the pocket pretty much all night when he was in the game.
Yeah, and that's Ryan's strength right now. As he's a sophomore, but he's an elite pass rusher and does a lot of really good things. And when that game, we got the lead, that game really set up really nice for him to. And he was really the only one getting after the quarterback, so thank goodness for him. But no, he was impressive and did a good job of pushing Hawkins off his path and making him throw a couple balls away.
obviously this game is a familiar opponent for you in Martin. This will be the third year in a row you played them. I saw your quotes, kind of the rubber match between the two teams after playing them the last 2 years. When you face a team that mixes it up as much as they do, they'll kick it onside, go for it on fourth down, all that kind of stuff. How difficult is that to prepare for?
It's very challenging. There's no other way around it. That's how they make their hay, and they've done a really, really good job with it. But they've kicked 29 onside kicks this year, numerous fake punts. They're dynamic in a lot of ways, and it's going to be a challenge for us not to get in that tidal wave. So we're prepared. We know it's coming, and we just got to execute to keep it from happening.
One of the things that obviously was a strength last week is it seemed like your offensive and defensive line dominated up front against Allen, a team that at least on paper they give up a little bit of size and speed to, but they've been able to play up to their opponents all season long when they give up that size. Is that kind of the same situation this week against Martin?
Allen's defensive line was monsters. Their defensive ends were really talented. So we knew we had our hands full, and when I thought our kids played their best game of the year. Martin is very athletic. They come at you from multiple fronts in multiple ways. They use their linebackers to fill gaps quickly and blitz, and they got some two really big guys in the middle that can plug gaps, and they just do a good job. They do a great job with their scheme. They're very athletic and talented at DBs, and they just put a lot of pressure on you to execute your scheme, and that's kind of their MO. They're going to put as much pressure on you with every aspect of the game, and when teams make mistakes, they pounce on them.
It seemed like Ethan Terrell, at least last week, had obviously his best game on the stat sheet as a runner, 160 yards plus, 4 touchdowns. It seems like he's done a better job this year at kind of taking the game as it comes to him and reading defenses and making plays, not only when he has to have them, but pretty much any time he can. Is that something you've seen out of him as a leader this year, being able to grow in that aspect?
Yeah, absolutely. 24 games as he started. I mean, the game slows down for him a little bit. The scary thing is he's still got so much more in him. And he's growing every day, every practice, and his best football's in front of him, which is a really good thing for the Fighting Farmers. But yeah, he played a heck of a game. Byron is a really good blocker at the running back, and Ethan in certain gives us that +1, and he did a great job of finding it, seeing it, and getting those yards.
We talked last week about 5 straight years in the playoffs. Now it's back-to-back years of double-digit plus win seasons for the first time since 99, 2000. What does that say about your feeder system and the coaches you have in place there?
Yeah, it's an exciting time to be a Lewisville Fighting Farmer, no doubt about it. Every time we turn around, we're saying something about that. It's first time since, and that's a big deal. That's a really big deal to back-to-back 10-win seasons. We've won 3 playoff games in the last 2 years, and looking for a 4th. We're just excited for the opportunity to play out in Martin, and we know that we're doing some really good things in our community and schools and our feeder system and all the way through. And I can't say enough about my staff and the administration, the support, from Dr. Rapp to Jeffrey Kosh to Christy Lyles, and then my principal Jim Baker. It takes all of us, and we have a fantastic team. So,
Coach, thanks. Good luck on that second straight area championship tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Well, that was Coach Michael Odell of the Lewisville Fighting Farmers, and obviously deflecting most of the credit to those around him, his coaching staff, his support staff, and LISD being able to do this job well as he has since 2017 whenever he took over. It's a great conversation with the two of us last night, but tonight it's a battle again in the area championship between Lewisville and Arlington Martin. We're going to go ahead and take one more break. When we come back, Keith and I will just have a little bit of an open conversation about this game and some keys for both sides. This is the Viva La Pasta pregame show on Champion Sports Radio.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, school wear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Daly from LoneStarGridiron.com, the authority on Texas high school football. Quick question, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, it doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what year, we want to honor you at Lone Star Gridiron. Go over to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood and sign up. It's absolutely free, and we can honor you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Welcome back to the Viva La Pasta pregame show. Cody Barfnick here with Keith Whitmire at Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas. University Park, Texas. I'm sorry. Southern Methodist University. We're getting ready for the coin toss now. Out on the field, the captains for Lewisville, Quay Davis, Scotty Parker, Mason Johnson, and Jaden Hardy. We'll keep an eye on that, but we'll see if Lewisville can take the opening kickoff and move down the field as they did last week. Coach Odell likes to defer to the second half. That's kind of been his by trade.
Well, the great thing about that is you get the ball to start the second half.
Well, especially when there's a little bit of a breeze, and there's a little bit of a breeze tonight, and so that'll be obviously a factor late in the game, but Lewisville's been able to handle it this season so far.
Yeah, cold front came in out of the north today, and you can definitely see on the flags at the top of the south end zone goalpost, it is definitely blowing.
Well, one of the keys to this game for Lewisville, I think, is going to be their offensive line against Martin's defensive line. And if you look at it on paper, Lewisville's offensive front averages about 320, which is an elite level in high school football. Martin's defensive line at least on paper, looks like they give up a little bit of size to Lewisville, but as Coach Odell said in his pregame interview, they're an athletic group, so it may be hard for Lewisville to move the ball, but I think it's pretty obvious if you look at the stat sheets for either one of these teams that this game's going to be won in the trenches.
Yeah, Martin appears to be one of those fly around and swarm to the ball type defenses, but our man Ethan Terrell had such a big game last week, got a lot of notoriety for that. I can almost guarantee you Martin is going to key on him and do everything they can to shut him down. Might have to be someone else stepping forward for Lewisville to win this one.
Well, obviously the playmakers for Lewisville, Ethan Terrell, Jaden Hardy, Byron Ellison, they tend to step up every week. But even when they're not able to, Lewisville seems like this year they've always had that guy that's going to step up for them in big situations that maybe you don't see every week. And last week, that was Ryan Sewell on the defensive line. He stepped up big for the Farmers, was able to flush Mike Hawkins, the quarterback, out of the pocket all night long. But it's been a good night for Lewisville so far in pregame. They look a little juiced up, and I think they're going to come out strong tonight.
Yeah, and this is what playoff football is all about. You playing other good teams and knocking heads and seeing who comes out the winner. You always look at the brackets and try to look ahead and say, boy, I wish we could play this team or that. You're gonna have to play the good ones eventually. That's what makes the playoffs. That's what we got tonight.
The Farmers taking the field now. The band is just now filing into the stadium for Lewisville. Martin taking the field now as well. We're going to go ahead and take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have kickoff of the Class 6A Division I Area Championship between Lewisville and Arlington Martin. This is Fighting Farmer Football, presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott & White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community and enjoy the game.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
All right, we're back at Gerald J. Ford Stadium. We finally seem to have our crowd mic situation repaired, so we apologize for that. Running a few extra spots, but we are ready for kickoff here at this Class 6A Division I Area Championship between Lewisville and Arlington Martin. Freddie Hoya ready to send this one away to get this game kicked off.
It looks like we're going to have a crowd do 2 mic up here, so slowly trickling in.
Hoya's kick, a pooch kick. It's going to be caught near the sideline. Looks like he stepped out of bounds. Yep. Actually, an interesting choice to field that ball where it stood because it looked like it was going to go out of bounds. That was number 16, Brooks Brigance, that took that one, the sophomore.
And he took a chance by trying to field the ball over his head like that. It's never a good thing when you're a return man. You want the ball in front of you where you can catch it like a basket.
Not terrible starting field position for Martin. They'll take over at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10, and that's where Tristan Biddle will lead this high-octane offense onto the field for the Warriors.
There's 4 Martin coaches on the field at the numbers, and now they're coming off. That's unusual. See them come that far out on the field.
The Warriors will throw quite a few formations at you offensively. They come out with the 3 wide receiver set, Biddle in the shotgun. They send a man in motion. It's going to be Biddle going to the far side. He breaks a tackle at the line. He's going to be brought down for a pickup of about 5 on 1st down by, look like Mark Cooper and Brian Perez combined on that stop.
Just another, sweep type play to the left, trying to get the edge, and they got a good chunk of yardage now on 2nd and 5. They can do pretty much whatever they want to do and open up the whole playbook.
And this is where the battle's going to be won or lost for Lewisville. Their defensive front against that Arlington Martin offensive line that averages nearly 300. 3 wide receiver set for Martin on 2nd and 5. Biddle takes the snap. He's going to be a quarterback run up the middle. He's going to push forward for a pickup of about 3 on 2nd down. Nice job by that Farmer defensive front to limit some yardage on that play.
Yeah, they stopped the run at the middle. Now 3rd and short. The down marker is one of those electronic ones where you can see it all the way across the field lit up. Reminds me of the old electronic sign Lewisville fans used to bring to games with like a number 1, I believe, or an L. That's what it was. I don't know. Maybe
I think they had a couple of them, if I recall. 3rd down and short for Martin. Biddle's in the shotgun, takes the snap. Handoff's going to go to Barrow up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's across the 40, finally brought down at the 45, but it's a nice 3rd down pickup for Zaire Barrow. It's a 1st down for the Warriors.
You just slipped that initial contact, and you got to wrap up. And on a cold night like tonight, that kind of advantage to the power runner like Barrow. Lewisville will obviously have to work on that, but he got to that 2nd level because he slipped the tackle.
Barrow checks out of the game now at running back. It's going to be Kanye Frazier in the backfield now for Martin. A 5-man front for the Warriors. Lewisville playing a 4-2-5 in this game. They send Frazier in motion. Biddle takes the snap. He's going to throw out in the flat. It's going to be caught out in the flat by number 15, Ismael Smith-Flores, but he slipped down behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2.
Yeah, they had a screen set up down there. Long throw for a screen, but for Lewisville's favor, he slipped down and didn't make any yardage. They had it blocked up well, though. It could have gone for a ways.
Flores has Division I offers. To his credit, he's a big wide receiver outside, 6'5", 210 pounds, senior.
That's not a big wide receiver. That's a small tight end.
And now they break out in the Wildcat. Gage Wager's going to be back there. He's going to take the snap, hand it off up the middle to the quarterback. Check that. I believe it's number 6, Tristan Biddle. Yes, taking the ball up the field, but there's a flag in the backfield. And this looks like it's going to be in the area of holding against Arlington Martin.
I believe it was number 8 with the carry. Biddle actually took the snap.
Little ways from the field here at Ford Stadium, but it was number 8, Javian Toviano. He's a defensive back by trade, one of the most highly recruited defensive backs in the state of Texas.
Good-sized kid. Trying to read the names on the back of the jersey. He won't turn around for me. He's got a captain's C on his front of his jersey, though.
If it's 8, it is Javian Toviano that took the snap. He's offered by the likes of Texas, Michigan, Alabama, and most other Power 5 schools.
Well, that's a pretty good list to choose from. It was interesting that shift before that play. You're right. Martin does pull out all the stops. That was a major shift of players across the field.
That's going to be 2nd down and a mile now for the Warriors. They're at their own 33, just getting going here in the first quarter. Biddle takes the snap. Handoff's going to go to Barrow. Lewisville's all over it. Rendell Carter meets Barrow before he gets to the line of scrimmage. They're actually going to give him 2 on the play, but that's going to bring up 3rd down and 18 for Lewisville. Actually, they're going to make it 3rd and 20.
Great job by the Lewisville defensive front, reading the gaps, filling them, and taking down the runner, executing everything perfectly.
Now, this is the down for Lewisville that they struggled with against Martin a couple of years ago. They got down early, but Martin kept converting 3rd down and long as the game went on. They got to get off the field here if they want to set the tone early. 3rd down and 20 for the Warriors. Biddle in the shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. Shotgun snap to Biddle. He throws it over the middle of the field, and it's going to be out of the reach of everybody. He was looking for Isaiah DeLeon at about the 45 of Lewisville, and the ball falls incomplete, and DeLeon's going to be slow to get up.
He fell backwards on his back. I'm hoping it's just his wind knocked out of him. Lewisville played 3 safeties back flat along a line deep, and he was really the only receiver out in the formation, and not much to choose from. Lewisville played that perfectly.
Nice job there in the secondary by Jaden Hardy and Tony Lewis and Cuba.
He should have to come out of the game. They brought the training staff out. No, he is coming out.
Yeah, I think you're right about that one, Keith. I think he had the wind knocked out of him. He's hopefully just going to be out for one play.
Yeah.
Martin still has their offense on the field. This is what they do on 4th down. They throw all different kinds of formations at a defense to try to catch them off guard.
4th and 20, though.
Now Gage Wager splits back in his punt formation. Looks like he's going to kick this ball away. And Wager does kick it. Nearly blocked by Mason Johnson. The ball hits at the 40. Takes a Martin bounce. Lewisville's going to have to get out of the way. And what a kick by Gage Wager. Lewisville's going to start at their own 21-yard line. A better than 50-yard punt by Gage Wager.
Well, let's be honest. It wasn't that great of a kick. It was a great roll. And
any way you can get it, but still.
Exactly.
Still good field position now for Martin's defense. And this is where Ethan Terrell and that Lewisville offense will take over. There's a TV timeout on the field. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Lewisville's defense goes 3 and out against Martin on their first series of the game, and now Ethan Terrell has got this Farmer offense out on the field for their first possession. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Terrell in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers set to his right. They send Lamar Kirby in motion before the play. Shotgun snap to Terrell. Handoff goes to Ellison up the middle, trying to push his way across the 25, and he's going to be forced backwards. They're going to give Ellison about 3 yards on first down to bring up 2nd and 7.
Not much to get there, but again, Lamartin's defense with their 4-man front had that matched up pretty well. It's interesting to see both teams run 4-man fronts on defense. It seems like the trend is more of the 3-man front, so you can get more DBs on the field. But these teams both like that 4-man front, at least for tonight.
Terrell going to be back in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers set this time. No running backs back there with him. Lucas Sanders in at H-back. They send Ellison in motion, and it's going to be a design quarterback run up the middle. Terrell tries to bounce it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. That was number 22, Keller Webb, the junior linebacker, in the backfield making the stop for Martin.
Well, I know what Terrell was thinking. Martin Lyman lined up 2 on each side, left a big gap in the middle right in front of the center. He just couldn't hit the hole quick enough. Martin filled it quickly, and now they've got a 3rd and long for the Farmers.
That was a good play by Webb to get outside and keep Terrell in front of him for a loss on the play. This brings up 3rd and 7 for Lewisville. The ball's at their own 24. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Terrell in the shotgun now. 3 wide receivers. Ellison to his left. Terrell takes the snap, stands in the pocket. He's looking downfield, deep down the field for Lamar Kirby, and the ball's going to be intercepted. No, it went in and out of the hands of Josiah Charles for Arlington Martin. The ball was almost intercepted, but instead it falls incomplete, and Lewisville's going to have to punt.
Well, that was the route they wanted the whole way. With the Martin defensive back was with him step for step. It was very easy interception to make if you can just hang on to it. So that's going to have to go into the mental notebook for the Lewisville Farmers about trying to run that route again.
Now Freddie Hoya in the game to punt on 4th and 7. It's a good snap. Hoya gets a good punt away. It's going to have to be fielded at the Martin 35. Bringing it up across the 35. Lewisville in pursuit. It's going to be a block in the back against Lucas Sanders. The return was by Brooks Briggants for Arlington Martin, but Lucas Sanders got hit from behind at the Warrior 40, so this is going to be a 10-yard penalty against Martin to start this drive.
Well, unfortunately, if it's a special teams play, you're going to have a penalty. That used to be the way things go today. Brigance made an awkward catch of that ball. He was lucky to haul that in.
It was a better-than-expected punt by Hoya, punting into the wind. Well, the wind's actually died down a little bit now by the start of this game, but a great leg there for Hoya, and it's going to be good field position for Lewisville's defense.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky, and when the wind is gusting and then it dies down, that's when you get to get off your kick.
So this will be 1st and 10 from Martin at their own 30, about the same spot in which they started the last drive. They're checking the play on the sideline. The officials are going to come together and have some kind of a conversation.
Yeah. Official timeout. I'm not sure what.
It's going to be a TV timeout down in the end zone.
Yeah,
got to get used to those TV games. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break with them. It's Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football on Champion Sports Radio.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, school wear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Back at Ford Stadium, the Martin Warriors with their second offensive possession. Tristan Biddle takes the snap, going to throw out to his left. He's looking for Jeremiah Charles, and he's got him up across the 45. Charles gets a first down for Martin, and the Warriors are on the move with their second drive of the game.
Nifty little pass play there. I wasn't watching the route, but just sort of a 10-yard in, and Warriors ran that effectively, and Lewisville was going to have to, again, put that in their mental notebook.
Shotgun for Biddle, going to the hard count. Now he takes the snap. Handoff's going to go up the middle. This is number 23, Sergio Snyder. He pushes his way up for a gain of about 2.5 yards, just shy of Lewisville territory. It's going to be second down and about 7 for Martin at their own 48.
Those Martin numbers are hard to read. They are a contrasting color, at least, which a lot of teams get away with a light-colored number against a light jersey or dark and dark. The problem with that is the font. The numbers are so thick with a white outline. It's hard to see the little different, serifs, the difference between a 3 and a 6, an 8 and a 9.
Biddle comes out in the shotgun now. Now they're going to split him out wide. Send the receivers out from the backfield. Now Biddle takes the snap. Handoff's going to go up the middle. That time to number 8, Toviano. He pushes his way into Lewisville territory. It's going to be brought down at the 48. That's going to bring up third down and 3 for Martin. And the way their offense operates, you think this is most likely 2-down territory.
Yeah, and again, prior to that play, they did that massive shift where every skill position changed its location, and that's to try to throw the defense off. That's easier said than done to get that coordinated and disciplined where the players are lined up correctly.
Kanye Frazier checks in at running back. Fake handoff to him. It's going to be a design run for Biddle. Up the middle, Lewisville's going to be all over this one. Biddle may have a yard on the play, but he's brought down by Mason Johnson and Carl Malvo for Lewisville. That's going to bring up fourth down and 2 for Martin, and you have to watch out for the fake punt here, the way Martin operates.
I tell you what, that Lewisville defense did great there. They played that perfectly, kept them to a short gain, and now they got a punt.
Gage Wager in a punt formation. We'll see if Martin goes for it, though. Wager in a hard count. Now he's going to get up toward the line of scrimmage, so it looks like the Warriors may go for this. Now Wager's back in a punt formation. It is a fake. It's going to be Zaire Barrow up the middle, and he's free across the 40, down to about the 34-yard line, and that's what you have to watch out for from Martin. That's going to be a first down for the Warriors on a fake punt, direct snap to Zaire Barrow.
Well, that got him. We knew Martin was going to do that coming in, pull out all the stops and run a lot of fakes, and that was midfield. That's always a great time to try a trick play, try something different, because if you don't make it, it's not that costly in terms of field position.
Martin gets inside the Lewisville 40. They have first and 10 now at the Farmer 38. See who they line up at quarterback. It's been a rotation between Snyder and Tristan Biddle. It is going to be Biddle at quarterback. Sergio Snyder next to him at running back. The handoff goes to Snyder. Up the middle. He's hit by Malvo, and the ball came out. Whoa. It's still loose. Lewisville's diving for it, and that's going to be Lewisville football. Carl Malvo made the hit. And are they going to call him down?
They just might.
They're going to call him down on the play. It looked like the ball came out before Snyder hit the ground. It was a great hit by Carl Malvo, but instead of a turnover, it's going to be second down and long.
No, the scoreboard says otherwise. That ball came out.
If you look at the scoreboard, that ball was way out before Snyder hit the ground, and Coach Odell's incensed on the far sideline.
Yeah, Snyder hadn't even fallen down yet, and the ball came out.
The Lewisville crowd's letting them hear it. That was a clear fumble by Sergio Snyder, but the officials call him down, and Martin still has the ball. And Bob Waker's going to call a timeout for Martin.
I'd like to say the timeout will give the officials a chance to review it, but this is high school football.
They call timeout, and there's no TV timeout, but we're going to go ahead and take a quick one. It's Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football, presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Hey everybody. This is Chris Daly from LoneStarGridiron.com, the authority on Texas high school football. Quick question. Did you play Texas high school football? If you did, it doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what year, we want to honor you at Lone Star Gridiron. Go over to Lone Star Gridiron.
Sorry, I had to come out of that one just a little bit early. Martin's timeout ended early, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Warriors at the Lewisville 36.
If this were a state championship game, they would have reviewed that, but they don't have a replay review in the regular season.
Biddle takes the snap. Handoff goes up the middle. I think it's Toviano this time. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and driven back.
Oh, they got to blow the whistle.
A host of fighting farmers, and you're right, the whistle should have blown way before it did. Nice job there at pursuit by Lewisville's defense. Garcia Johnson and Carl Malvo were all over Toviano.
Looks like they're going to give him credit for about half a yard. But yeah, boy, it's embarrassing for the officials. The replay showed clearly up on the big board here at Ford Stadium that was a fumble. Sorry.
That's the TV broadcast up on the big board, and it was quite clearly a fumble from Sergio Snyder. But nonetheless, 3rd down for Martin. Biddle takes the snap. It's going to be a design quarterback run out to the right. He breaks a tackle. He's going to be hit hard by Mark Cooper and Cam Jenkins, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. So the Warriors are going to be in business inside the Lewisville 25, 1st and 10.
He powered through that tackle. Man, he showed a lot of power and strength for a guy that doesn't look that big.
Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score, but the Warriors are driving.
Yeah, they've got in a rhythm right now.
Biddle takes the snap. Handoff's going to go to Toviano again. He fights his way out of bounds across the 15. A nice run on 1st down for Javian Toviano, and that's going to be 2nd down and very short for the Martin Warriors.
Lewisville's going to have to find a way to slow down this running game they did earlier in the drive.
Quick snap for Martin. They hand it off to Toviano again. His momentum's going to take him across the 10. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 11, so that'll be 1st and 10 for Martin, and they are knocking on the door here with under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, it's not quite 1st and goal. They can get a 1st down before the end zone stripe, but they might as well consider it 1st and goal for all purposes.
See what Martin throws at Lewisville here down inside the red zone. Lewisville thought they had a turnover 3 plays ago.
Yeah, that looks huge now.
Now Isaiah De Leon will check into the game for Arlington Martin. They split 2 receivers out to the right. Still having a conversation. Now they have Biddle in the shotgun, Zaire Barrow to his right. Biddle takes the snap. It's going to be a design quarterback run, and Lewisville's all over it. A flag comes in near the end of the play, but Lewisville stacks up Tristan Biddle behind the line of scrimmage, and this looks like it may be holding against Arlington Martin anyway.
Well, that Lewisville defense is fired up. Every time they make a stop, they get up excited. They got to maintain that energy.
It is going to be holding against Martin. Lewisville will take the penalty to turn a 1st and 10 into a 1st and 20.
The old friendly flag helping out the Lewisville defense. It's been kind of chipping away Martin. They haven't been getting gashing them for huge runs, but just 3 yards here, 4 yards there. Kind of a slow death.
Right at a minute to go here in the first quarter. Martin 0, Lewisville 0 here at SMU. Tristan Biddle in the shotgun. Kanye Frazier to his left. 3 wide receivers split out to the left. Biddle takes the snap. He's going to throw out to his left, and the ball's going to be almost picked off by Jaden Hardy. Hardy jumped the route. They tried to get a screen pass out in the flat to Zaire Barrow, and Hardy nearly picked it off, and that would have been going the other direction.
He read that perfectly, stepped in front, had his hands up like he should, and just couldn't get to the ball.
Nearly a huge turn of events there for Lewisville, but they'll take 2nd and 20 nonetheless.
That penalty is doubly huge because not only does it push Martin back, it forced them to try to pass. They've been having such success with the run. You know, it really helps the Lewisville defense when Martin has to pass.
2nd and very long for Martin. Tristan Biddle in the shotgun. Now he's going to check the play at the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers split out to the left. Kanye Frazier to his left at running back. The handoff goes to Frazier. Up the middle. Lewisville's all over it at the line of scrimmage. Frazier pushes his way for maybe 2 or 3 yards, refusing to go down. Once again, they don't blow the whistle. What looked like it was in the grasp near the line of scrimmage turns into a 4-yard gain for Kanye Frazier.
I'm a proponent of the quick whistle. There's just too many things that can go wrong. Kids get hurt. and balls pop out that shouldn't. It's blow that whistle, refs, and don't get anybody hurt.
Yeah, there's about 15 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Martin's going to be content to take the end of the first quarter here. It's going to be Martin nothing and Lewisville nothing after one quarter of play here at Gerald Ford Stadium at SMU. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer football presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town.
Back at Gerald Ford Stadium at SMU, Arlington Martin has a 3rd down and 14 at the Lewisville 15-yard line on the first play here of the second quarter. And like you said, Keith, that penalty looms pretty large here in this situation because Martin will be facing a 3rd and short inside the 5.
I try it once in a while.
Tristan Biddle in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Barrow. He's going to throw it out to his right. Be nearly intercepted and caught. Tony Lewis and Kuba had the ball all by himself on the near sideline, and it's going to be caught. Now they're going to call it incomplete. It looked like the ball fell right into the hands of Ismael Smith Flores for Martin, and it looked like he juggled it and dropped it out of bounds, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 14 now.
Oh, I was so dismayed at the way that ball was passed on to the Martin receiver.
Well, it hit Tony Lewis and Kuba for Lewisville right in the chest, and that would have been...
Boy, that was a catch. What are these refs seeing?
Unless they're saying they're going to replay the down for some reason, but I didn't see any flags, and now that's going to be a penalty against Martin now. They're going to call holding against Martin. I didn't see a flag come out during the play, but that's going to now bring up 3rd and 25 for the Martin Warriors. It was almost a pick 6 for Tony Lewis and Kuba.
I guess that would have negated the completion because holding's a spot foul, so he wouldn't have gotten the yardage from the catch.
Well, I saw somebody on the near sideline say incomplete, but I thought there's no way that was incomplete.
No.
He caught it and tried to fight his way upfield.
I got bad eyes, but they're not that bad.
Here's Biddle now on 3rd and 25. He takes the snap.
He's got all day.
Scramble in the pocket, has time. Now he's going to go down at the line of scrimmage. Lewisville's all over it. Mason Johnson got in the backfield. It looks like the ball came out. Lewisville thinks they have it. They're pointing their direction. Now they're going to call him down again. It's no fumble. Lewisville wanted it. Now we're going to have to watch this replay to see if that ball came out.
I think they put in a rule for this game. Lewisville's not allowed to get any turnovers, because they come close many times.
They tackled Biddle at the end of the play, and it looked like Mark Cooper tried to take the ball out of his hand as he went to the turf, but they call him down. And now it's going to be a field goal attempt for Martin. Mark Williamson in to try it. From 40 yards away, the kick is up, and it is going to go wide to the right. It's no good. What a stand for Lewisville's defense backed up inside their own 20-yard line.
Boy, that drive ended much different than it started. Martin was marching down the field with his running game, just hammering Lewisville yard after yard, but then the holding call really turned everything around.
Boy, 2 near pick sixes on that defensive possession, too, for Lewisville. I think it's clear early on after the near Martin interception on Lewisville's first drive that neither one of these teams really wants to put the ball in the air.
No. Hey, dance with what brung you, you know. Why risk a pass if you can get yardage on the ground?
We'll see what Lewisville's offensive front can do on their second possession. Only their second drive of the game with 11:08 to go in the first quarter. Ethan Terrell in the pistol, Vyron Ellison in at running back, 2 wide receivers to his right. Shotgun snap to Terrell, handoff goes to Ellison up the middle. He fights his way up near the 30. They're going to give him a pickup of about 4 on the play. There was a player from Martin hit after the play was over, but no flags come out.
Yeah, well, who was this?
It was Mike Fasusi for Lewisville that made the contact.
Oh, okay, I've got double numbers here. So that he was just finishing off his block. That's no big deal.
That's going to be 2nd down and 6 for Lewisville at their own 28-yard line. Terrell in the shotgun, 2 wide receiver set. Snap to Terrell. It's going to be a design quarterback run up the middle. He's got space across the 30. Breaks one tackle. He was thrown down by a Martin defender, and he actually threw him forward for 2 or 3 extra yards, and that's going to be a first down for Lewisville.
Well, I noticed lately tackling has become a lost art, and guys are slinging runners down, and the problem is they sling them forward for first downs.
Didn't see. I think that was number 7, Chris Johnson, the safety that made the stop for Martin, but he threw Terrell across the first down marker. So that brings up 1st and 10 for Lewisville at their own 37. Shotgun snap to Terrell, handoff to Ellison on the far side. He's hit at the line, breaks off of a defender, and spins his way up to the 40 for a pickup of 3 to bring up 2nd and 7.
Just good old power football. Lewisville's lining up its power formation, its offensive line. There's a couple of receivers out in the flat, but they might as well be taking a water break. They're not going to throw to them. This is power football, and you could try to stop us if you can. Good for you, but if you can't, we're just going to keep slamming it up the middle.
A little bit of a throwback on the part of Lewisville's offense.
Yeah.
Terrell now is going to line up in the pistol. He's got 3 wide receivers split out to his right, Vyron Ellison to his left. They send Philip Patterson in motion. Shotgun snap to Terrell. Handoff goes to Patterson. No, it's a fake. It's going to be a dump off to Ellison in the flat. Martin's all over that one. They tried to get a bootleg set up in the right flat, and Martin was not fooled whatsoever. Anthony Crenshaw Jr. makes the stop for the Warriors, and they might give Ellison a pickup of a yard, but that's it.
Very, very gracious spot of the ball there. Lewisville got fancy there. What are they doing, Cody? You know, just keep running the ball.
Well, it looks like I thought the ball was going to be handed off to Patterson on the far side, and he had nobody out there on that far side of the field.
That's right. If they had done that, it would have been a good play, but they had that little extra element and threw the pass the other way.
And now they're in the situation where they may have to put the ball in the air. Martin's defense has definitely batted down the hatches so far in this game.
They're still playing a tight formation.
They send Ty Miller in motion. Terrell rolls out. He's going to throw it deep over the middle of the field. Got a man open. It's Lucas Sanders. It's caught down inside Martin territory, down to the 20-yard line. What a throw by Ethan Terrell to the tight end, Lucas Sanders.
And if you weren't aware that was a first down, Lucas Sanders told the whole crowd first down. Hey, he just got to step on his man, and the ball was lofted up perfectly. He hauls it in, and great play for the Farmers. Get a chunk yardage there.
Well, it's a good play-action fake there for Terrell, and a great throw down inside, almost inside the red zone to Lucas Sanders. Sanders' longest reception of the year. Terrell in the shotgun, now bunch formation. Vyron Ellison to his right at running back. Snap goes to Terrell. It's a design quarterback run. He's got space around the left side. He's going to run out of bounds. He was run out of bounds by Chris Johnson, the safety for Arlington Martin. That's going to be a pickup of maybe 2 on the play for Terrell.
It looked like for a second he had that edge, but then it closed quickly. If he could have just gotten to the edge quicker and turned it up, he would have gotten a big gain. But Martin, good job of covering that and forcing him out of bounds.
That's only a pickup of a yard on the play for Terrell. It brings up 2nd and 9 at the Martin 20. This athletic secondary for Martin making their presence known.
Well, they're not the biggest, the beefiest guys up front, so they need their secondary to make plays.
Shotgun snap to Terrell, fakes the handoff to Ellison, looks over the middle of the field, and ball's going to be out of the reach of everybody. He was looking for Dylan Myro, and there's all kinds of extracurricular activity after the play's over, but no flags fly.
The linemen have been carrying out their blocks, if you want to call it, on several plays now, well after the whistle. But there was nothing there on that play. I believe Ethan Terrell was basically just throwing that away.
He tried to sell the fake inside and roll out to his right, but that Martin secondary had it locked down. It looked like he was looking for Myro over the middle.
Yeah, he was bracketed by a DB in the front and the back.
So here's 3rd and 9 for Lewisville at the Martin 20. See if this is 2-down territory if they can get close. Terrell in the shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. They send Ellison in motion. Terrell takes the snap. It's a design quarterback run up the middle. He's across the 15 down to the 14. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, so we'll see if Lewisville decides to try to put the points on the board or if they'll go for it.
Quarterback draw on an obvious passing down. It's always a great play. And now Terrell's going to leave the game.
That's worked for Lewisville all season long, and Lewisville is going to send Freddie Hoya out to try to make this a 3-0 ball game. They've lined Jaden Hardy up in the Wildcat in these kind of situations so far this season, so that's something to watch out for.
It looks like a 31-yard attempt.
Now Hardy will get down in a holding spot. Snap spot is good. Freddie Hoya's kick is up, and it's going to be good. Right down the middle, Freddie Hoya nails it from 31 yards out, and Lewisville takes a 3-0 lead over Arlington Martin with 7:02 to go here in the second quarter. You're listening to Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football, presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
They're not wearing sleeves.
Freddie Hoya knocks one in from 31 yards out to give Lewisville a 3-0 lead over Arlington Martin with 7:02 to go here in the second quarter.
I tell you, Martin's flirting with disaster. We were just talking during the break. 2 fumbles that were overturned, and then a couple of near interceptions for Lewisville. If the Farmers get one of those turnovers, that could be the break that wins the game.
Hoya's kick goes high and deep, but looks to be playable. Now it's going to chase Zaire Barrow back into the end zone. The ball's still on the ground. He's got to pick it up. He's dancing around with it. He's going to be brought down inside his own 5-yard line. Zaire Barrow messed around with the ball just a little bit too long in the end zone and brought it out, and Martin's going to have to start at their own 3-yard line here.
Just a bad decision by the young man there. If you're having to fumble around with the ball in the end zone there, just take the knee. Oh, my goodness.
It looked like the ball was not touched until Barrow was all the way in the end zone, so he could have taken the knee and not taken the safety right there.
I think the problem was he was like straddling the goal line when he tried to field it initially.
Just not 100% sure of it.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a clean handle on the ball, so Martin's going to have to go 97 yards here. 1st and 10 at their own 3. They have Biddle in the shotgun, Barrow next to him at running back. Biddle on a design quarterback run, going to go up the middle, gets across the 5, up to the 7, before he's brought down by Mark Cooper. That's going to be a pickup of about 4.5 to 5 yards on first down.
That gives them a little bit of breathing room, but if they don't get a first down, they're looking at having their punter punt out of the end zone.
And into the wind as well.
Right.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 6 for Martin. They give Biddle 4 yards on first down at their own 7. 6.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Lewisville leads 3-0. It's been a defensive battle so far.
This would be a great time for the Farmers to get a 3 and out.
Shotgun snap to Biddle. Going to go up the middle. He's hit hard near the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a couple of yards on the momentum going forward, but a nice hit that time by Caden Jenkins for Lewisville, and Martin's going to check their heavy package into the game.
Yeah, they stood him up, and now it's almost mass substitution for Martin.
They bring Gage Wager into the game. Martin subbed in 6 players on the play, and this looks like it's going to be some type of a gadget formation on 3rd and short.
Yeah, I saw Marcus do this. So they line up in a single file, then run to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it's almost a wing T formation. Yeah. It's Zaire Barrow on the direct snap, and Barrow forces his way up across the 15. That's going to be a first down for Arlington Martin. Nice play call there for Bob Wager.
Yeah, they do that. They line up in single file and then suddenly run to their spot, the line of scrimmage or wherever. It doesn't give the defense a chance to read it and set up their own countermeasures.
Lined up in the wing T on that formation, but any way that'll get you a first down is good. 1st down and 10 now for Martin. They're at their own 15-yard line. Tristan Biddle back in at quarterback. Sergio Snyder and Zaire Barrow in the game at running back for Martin. Under 10 seconds now on the play clock. Martin's got to hurry this up. Under 5 seconds on the clock now. Biddle takes the snap. He pitches it out to Barrow out in the flat. Lewisville gets good pursuit. Barrow gets up the sideline, breaks 1 tackle, and he's all the way up to the 25. That may be close to a first down for Zaire Barrow. Jaden Hardy was out there, but it was a nice block by the wide receiving core for Martin.
Yeah, all of their receivers there did a great job of blocking downfield, making that play happen.
That brings up 1st and 10. They do give Barrow the first down. Martin's at their own 26. It's been a good possession so far. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the second. Lewisville still up 3-0.
Martin still has a long way to go when you start calculating the time whether Lewisville could get the ball back before the half.
Shotgun snap to Biddle. He's going to throw a screen pass. That's going to be number 11, Jeremiah Charles, who's still going up across the 50, down to the 45. A flag came in during the play in the backfield. Martin's going backwards. It looks like this may be a hold against Martin or an ineligible player downfield.
Yeah, it looks like the flag's going to save Lewisville on this one.
It was a nice setup there for Martin. Lewisville blitzed on the play. Jaden Hardy nearly deflected the ball. Oh, now they're going to wave off the flag. There is no foul. They were looking for ineligible player downfield, so that 30-plus yard pickup is going to stand for Martin, and they've got it 1st and 10 at the Lewisville 45.
Officials almost seem like they never used to call that penalty on the lineman downfield. It seems like there's more of an emphasis on that at every level of football.
And now Biddle in the shotgun on first down. He takes the snap. Handoff goes to Snyder up the middle, getting a good push from his offensive line up to the 40. That's going to be a pickup of 5 on first down for Sergio Snyder.
Yeah, that was just a great push by the line. Great leg drive by the running back. Now they're going quickly back into formation.
Biddle takes the hurry-up snap, handoff to Snyder again up the middle. He's going to fight his way near the 35, a pickup of 3 there on second down, but that's going to bring up 3rd and a short 2 for the Martin Warriors. Another mass substitution here for Martin. Lewisville makes a couple of subs on defense as well.
I count 7 changes there from Martin.
They're lined up in that similar formation, but if there's anything about Martin, this is definitely 2-down territory.
Well, you know it's going to be a short yardage run, most likely.
They do line up in the wing T again. Zaire Barrow is going to take the direct snap. Now they check the play on the sideline. Snap does go to Barrow. He's going to his right. He gets a first down and a little bit more, getting a good push across the 30 down near the 25. That's going to be another first down for Martin on that wing T, 3rd and short formation.
Well, on this drive, when Martin wants to move the ball on the ground, they've been able to get that push. Lewisville's going to have to figure something out.
Lewisville's defense has gotten better the further back they've gotten on the field. They're inside their own 30, but Martin's been able to move it at will on this possession. Martin breaks out in the same formation with Barrow, and it looks like Lewisville may have called a timeout, and they do.
Yeah, that's a good play because regardless of what happens at the end of this drive, Lewisville would like to get the ball back with a little bit of time left, maybe throw something downfield and get another field goal off, if not even more. But, with 3:13 left, you've got to think about that.
And there's a TV timeout as well. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football, presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
The Martin Warriors are on the move against Lewisville on this drive. They've come from their own 3-yard line down now to the Lewisville 27, where it's 1st and 10. 3:13 to go here in quarter number 2. Lewisville up 3-0. See what Martin comes out in this possession. Looks like they're going to be in a little bit more of a traditional formation here on 1st and 10, but they've been moving the ball at will on Lewisville this drive.
Yeah, so they've been doing it forcefully and with physicality. It's not a good sign for Lewisville. They've held their own at times in the run game, but right now it's all power running for Martin.
Shotgun snap to Biddle. He's under pressure from Rendell Carter. Going to throw it deep down the field into the end zone. The ball's going to be nearly intercepted again by Tony Lewis and Cuba. Brian Perez was down there as well. Tristan Biddle was looking for Jeremiah Charles in the end zone. The ball just got a little bit too much air underneath it. Yeah. Another near interception for Lewisville.
And Charles was basically double covered, and I don't recall which one. One of the Lewisville linemen nearly got in there for a sack.
That was Rendell Carter, number 33. He was he flushed Biddle out of the pocket, and that's been the money for Lewisville so far.
The quarterback's just not reading anything. He's just throwing it and hoping.
Direct snap to Biddle, design quarterback run. He's got space around the right side, across the 20, down now to the 16-yard line, and that's going to be another first down for Martin on the ground.
Yeah, Martin's pass offense is not the most sophisticated one you'd ever see, but who needs it when you can run the ball like this?
Shotgun snap to Biddle. It's another design quarterback run. Lewisville's going to be all over this one. Carl Malvo came in there from behind and got Biddle for a gain of maybe half a yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
2nd and long doesn't bother these Martin Warriors, the way they've been running the ball, getting good chunks. They got stopped that time, but you got to stop them 3 times in a row, and that's just been too tall an order right now in this drive for the Lewisville defense.
Martin's done a pretty masterful job keeping that Lewisville offense off the field. The Farmers have only had 2 possessions.
This is old school football.
So far in this game. Martin's only had 3. It's not like Martin's had a lot more than Lewisville.
Right.
2nd down and 9 for Martin. They're at the Lewisville 16. Pistol snap to Biddle. Handoff's going to go to Barrow up the middle. Lewisville gets pursued, but Barrow breaks free around the right side. He's across the 10. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 5 by Caden Jenkins and Brian Perez, but that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Martin Warriors.
Just a great run, power run by Barrow, not being denied by any means, and getting on the edge and beating tacklers to the edge.
Now it's going to be another heavy set formation for Martin. They send 6 offensive subs into the game. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. They break out on the wing tee again. It's going to be a direct snap to Barrow, but Coach Odell's going to take a timeout on the far side of the field.
Yeah, when they line up in that single file formation, Barrow becomes the quarterback on that play.
And that's going to be a wing tee set, but Barrow's taking the direct snap every time. And during this timeout, we're going to say thank you to our title sponsor on Champion Sports Radio, Lewisville Lettering. They've served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all of your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, schoolwear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork and digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Well, Martin's lined up in that single file formation again right behind the center.
See if they mix it up or they'll go back to Barrow here on the direct snap. Barrow still in the game. First down and goal for the Warriors at the Lewisville 5-yard line. 2:01 to play here in the first half. Lewisville leads 3-0. Barrow does take the snap, and there's going to be a flag before the play. I don't think enough players were on the line, or too many players were in the backfield there for Martin. This may be a legal formation.
Yeah, that something looked off on that one.
It's going to be a false start. They call it number 45. That's Cadence Hall, the linebacker lined up at fullback for Martin, and that's going to bring it back to a first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Well, you know, when they line up in the single file, then rush to the line of scrimmage, just so the defense can't figure out where to line up. But they telegraph what they're doing when they put the fullbacks to either side. That's where Barrow's going to go, but they still can't stop it.
Direct snap to Barrow. He's going to be around the right side this time. With Rendell Carter's all over it. They're going to be at the line of scrimmage. Not a loss on the play, but that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Nice stop there by Rendell Carter.
I think the Lewisville defense has figured that out, that Barrow's just going to go where the blocking is. The only question on that play is if you're going to go left or right.
We'll see if the Farmers can keep the Warriors out of the end zone here right before halftime.
Yeah, back to their more conventional offense.
Biddle back in at quarterback. It's going to be a combo of Sergio Snyder and Kanye Frazier in the game at running back.
I'd be very wary of throwing the ball here if I'm Martin. There's too many things can go wrong in the traffic in the tight area.
Shotgun snap to Biddle. It's a design quarterback run, and Lewisville's all over it in the backfield. Isaac Black and Mason Johnson get Biddle for a loss of a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from outside the 10-yard line for Martin.
Well, you said, Cody, Lewisville's defense is at its best when it's backed up to its own goal line. So far, that has been proven true in this series. They got to do it for one more play, though.
Just under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Lewisville desperately wants to take at least a tie into the locker room because they get the ball after the break.
Think positive. Blocked field goal.
Absolutely. Biddle in the shotgun. 3rd down and goal from the 12. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Snyder around the right side. He's got blocking. Tony Lewis and Kuba hits him at the 5. And that's going to be a stop on 3rd down for Lewisville. That's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 4 for Martin. And there looks like Coach Wager is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, what do you do, Coach Wager? Are you going to go for the touchdown or take the relatively short gimme field goal?
Now we're going to take one last break here in the first half. This is Fighting Farmer Football presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Farmer defense is backed up 4th and 4 on their own 4-yard line. A goal-to-go situation for Martin, and it looks like the Warriors are going to go for it.
They're not even lining up in fake field goal formation. Of course, they could end up fake run formation and then kick a field goal the way this team goes.
Gage Wager is actually in the game at quarterback for Martin. Coach Odell's next to the official on the far side. He may take a timeout, and he's going to.
Barrow's a quarterback.
He doesn't like what he sees out of his defense, and Coach Odell's going to call one last timeout here before the break. They had Gage Wager in there at quarterback, and then they split him out wide, and they had Zaire Barrow and Javian Toviano in there at running back.
Yeah, they did that once before earlier, but Barrow's the man. He's the one that they're going to snap it to, and Gage Wager was sort of a fake-out formation initially.
And it looks like Coach Wager is going to go for this all the way and didn't consider kicking the field goal, and I can't really argue with the call because if you don't get it, Lewisville probably just takes it into the locker room inside their own 5, and being a 3-0 game right before halftime, I think you have to be at least a little bit surprised at the way each of these offenses hadn't really been able to do much.
Yeah, I don't think 3 points is going to win the game, but Lewisville will get the ball to start the second half. Is that right? So
yes, they will.
It might be a good time to go for the touchdown here.
Well, Gage Wager back into the game now. They have him, at least for now, lined up at quarterback, but you got to think the snap is going to go to Zaire Barrow. 4th and goal for Martin at the 4-yard line of Lewisville. And they send a man in motion. Now Toviano gets in there at running back, Barrow at quarterback. Now they're going to check the play at the line, and Coach Wager is going to call timeout again.
Oh, my goodness.
We saw Coach Wager do this in the area championship game last season. He called a couple of timeouts in a row down inside the 5 to try to keep Lewisville guessing, so I wonder if he will send his field goal team on now.
It could be. I was just about to say this has been a really quick half, and now these multiple timeouts, it's going to slow things down a little bit.
Well, it's only just now 8 o'clock, so
that's true.
It's been a very quick first half in the grand scheme of things, but still a little bit longer than you'd expect being a 3-0 ball game.
The 4 yards, the ball at the 4-yard line, that's just that's like 1 yard further than most coaches would be comfortable going for it here. And maybe that's part of the indecision. 3 yards or less, you do feel like you like your chances going for it, but 4 yards, there's something about that psychologically that makes it seem might be a risky proposition, but
it's still going to be the offense for Arlington Martin. They are going to go for it. Well, check that. Gage Wager is actually the field goal place kicker for the Warriors, so they at least have him line up in a kicking formation, but the Warriors love to go for it in this spot. 4th down and goal from the 4.
This could be that fake field goal because Barrow is the holder.
Barrow the holder. Snap is down. It is going to be a field goal attempt, and the ball's going to be no good. Gage Wager pushed it wide left, and Lewisville keeps a 3-0 lead with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Humongous. Chip shot field goal, basically just 1 yard deeper than an extra point, and they missed from point-blank range. Great stand by the Lewisville defense, forcing Martin into that decision, and then the execution just not coming through for the Warriors.
No, and it looked like Barrow had trouble with the snap. He got the ball down in a hurry, and it looked like Wager rushed the kick just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
is Barrow normally the holder?
I think Barrow normally is the holder, but obviously we can't see it from here, but it looked like Wager almost had to have kicked the laces.
Could be. I'm trying to think of the Jim Carrey movie that's famous for, but anyway.
Now Lewisville at the 20. They're just going to line up in the victory set. Obviously not a victory formation yet.
They won the first half.
But they will take a 3-0 lead into the locker room after a quick first half of play. It's Lewisville 3 and Arlington Martin 0 in a defensive battle at Gerald Ford Stadium at Southern Methodist University. We'll be back with the Enzo's Pizza halftime show on Champion Sports Radio. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, school wear. They do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Daly from LoneStarGridiron.com, the authority on Texas high school football. Quick question, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, it doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what year, we want to honor you at Lone Star Gridiron. Go over to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood and sign up. It's absolutely free, and we can honor you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Welcome into the Enzo's Pizza Halftime Show here at Gerald J. Ford Stadium on the campus of Southern Methodist University. It's Lewisville 3 and Arlington Martin nothing at halftime of this Class 6A Division I Area Championship. The band that marches with pride of Lewisville High School is on the field. We're going to go ahead and throw it to them, and then Keith and I will be back with some first half stats and some scores from around the rest of the DFW Metroplex. This is the Enzo's Pizza Halftime Show on Champion Sports Radio.
Let's hear it for the Lewisville High School Farmerettes. Please welcome to the field the Lewisville High School Band. Percussionist of the week is Blake Linders. Color guard member of the week is Olivia Small. Leader of the week is Reagan Stevens. Senior of the Week is Emma Collins. Juniors of the Week are Juan Avila Cortez and Omar Camacho. Sophomore of the Week is Haley Rivera. Freshman of the Week is Chelsea Mayha. Tonight, the Lewisville Band will perform The Horse. Now, enjoy as drum making Logan Sadler, Joshua McCauley, Vanessa Bertana, Reagan Stevens, Curtis Mims, and the Lewisville High School Band, the band that marches with pride, perform for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Lewisville High School Band. Now, on your feet, Fight Farmer fans for the traditional LHS spellout and fight song.
That was the band that marches with pride from Lewisville High School. Their halftime performance in this Class 6A Division I Area Championship. And we're going to go ahead and take another break. And when we come back, we'll go ahead and talk about some stats from the first half and some scores from around the rest of the DFW Metroplex. This is the Enzo's Pizza Halftime Show and Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football on Champion Sports Radio.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Back at Ford Stadium at SMU, it's Cody Barfnick here with Keith Whitmire. Lewisville leads at halftime 3-0 over the Arlington Martin Warriors. Just about 11 minutes or so until the second half kickoff. Just going to dive into some of the stats from the first half. What few stats we do have from a 3-0 first half. It's been a struggle on offense for Lewisville so far in this game, only 65 yards, but that's a little misleading because Lewisville only had 2 possessions in the first half, if that gives you any indication of how well Arlington Martin ran the football and was able to keep Ethan Terrell and his offense off the field.
Lewisville High School Farmerette.
That's just amazing, 2 possessions, especially in a playoff game. And it's really a throwback game tonight. We've seen the spread offense take hold in the state and at all levels of football, really. These 2 teams just want to play smash-mouth football, and that's what we've seen so far.
And we've seen Lewisville keep the ball on the ground mostly their entire 2 possessions, but they did have that one big pass to Lucas Sanders, a 37-yarder, that got Lewisville on the edge of the red zone, but the drive ended up petering out, and Freddie Hoya nailed a 31-yard field goal. But on the other side, Arlington Martin has 180 yards of offense. That's pretty respectable for a half of football. 139 of those are rushing yards, and it's been a shared effort for the Warriors. Zaire Barrow leads it with 8 carries for 57 yards. Tristan Biddle checks in, 10 carries for 37, and Sergio Snyder, the the other back for the Martin Warriors, 5 carries for 21 yards for him. And I think you're right, Keith. That's a perfect way to describe this first half of football. It's a throwback game. Lewisville almost extensively on the ground for them. Martin, obviously, almost all their yardage on the ground. And we've even seen the wing T formation tonight. It's been 1980s football at its best.
Yeah, we need to see the single wing next. But, in the stats, something that doesn't show up is Martin has had at least 4 near turnovers of the ball. 2 of them fumbles that probably should have gone to Lewisville, the replay showed, but Martin is really flirting with disaster that way. If Lewisville can get one of those turnovers in the second half, that might be the backbreaker, because so far these teams are fairly evenly matched.
Well, I think the biggest key for Lewisville is going to be to start to the second half. If they can take the ball, get good field position, impose their will up front, and get down the field and make this a 10-0 ball game, and then you get one of those turnovers after that, that could go a long way in deciding this game. Obviously, Martin, a high-powered enough team to get the ball in the end zone anytime they want to, but I think it's a testament to Lewisville as well to keep a goose egg on the board on Martin's column in the first half.
Yeah, obviously that's a great recipe for Lewisville to come out and do that. On the other hand, the way Martin can really run so many trick plays and formations and things, it might be to Lewisville's benefit to keep the game tight so that they stay with their running game and don't go crazy, because if they start just chucking the ball up and running around, they might be able to break one. Maybe that's just me being paranoid, but the formula so far has worked in Lewisville's favor. They got 3-0 lead, points are sacred, and any kind of points off this opening drive of the second half would be great for Lewisville.
Well, and I think obviously you can look back to the missed fumble that the officials had and say that
Which
that's
one?
well, the first one where the ball was clearly out after the hit by Mark Cooper. Carl Malvo came up with it. The officials said that Sergio Snyder was down on the far side of the field, but I think the one that Lewisville is going to want back more in that locker room is that that missed pick six that Tony Lewis and Kuba nearly had on the near sideline.
Every time Martin's throwing the ball, they're basically just throwing and praying. They're not really looking to see who's open. They're just running pre-designed routes and passes. It's not like they're going back and reading the field and seeing who's open. They're just it's old-fashioned passing football where you just throw it up and hope that your guy's open, and that really can play into Lewisville's hand because they have some smart defensive backs who will pick something off.
Yeah, we'll see if Martin can sustain something through the air in the second half. One thing you and I talked about in the pregame, and it's actually come true so far, is Lewisville, their last couple of times out, has given up the majority of their yardage between the 20s, and they really seem to batten down the hatches when they get backed up inside their own red zone. Martin's had 2 possessions tonight down inside the Lewisville 15 and come away with no points either time.
You would think a passing team would have trouble when the field gets shortened down in the red zone, but Martin's a running team, and that just something invigorates Lewisville. They really bow up and make big plays when they've got their backs to their goal post, and so far that's worked out for Lewisville as well. If you're going to be good down there inside the red zone.
Well, and it's been a crazy night so far. Been kind of a heavyweight battle back and forth between these two teams, throwing punches at each other. We'll see if one of the two can land a pretty solid blow here early in the second half. But it's been a pretty eventful night around the rest of the Metroplex as well, at least so far. Keith, you didn't compile these scores. Connor Whitmire compiled these scores, our specialist sitting right here in between us. So what do you got over there?
Well, first of all, last night there was a huge game. DeSoto, 52-7 over Rockwall Heath. DeSoto is obviously, a lot of people have them penciled in for a state finals appearance. But as far as the district that Arlington Martin came from, South Grand Prairie trails Prosper 14-7. Prosper has gotten a lot of notoriety. I think a lot of people think South Grand Prairie wouldn't have this game as close as it is. But South Grand Prairie, who started out 0-5, but they have been just a real juggernaut ever since. They only trail 14-7. Duncanville was up 14-0 over Wiley. That score you would think would be more of a spread, but Duncanville, the powerhouse team, has only got a 14-0 edge over Wiley. A lot of these scores are close tonight, and that's what happens, of course, when good teams play good teams. Except the next score, which is South Lake Carroll 35, Wolfworth Friendship 7, and again the Carroll Dragons doing what they do, especially against the West Texas teams. 35-7 South Lake Carroll. Now another close battle though is Rockwall 10, Waxahachie 7. So Rockwall Yellow Jackets, they're another power team from the area. They're extending their strength against Waxahachie, who's also pretty darn good. But on the other hand, McKinney is up 35-0 over Jesuit. Jesuit out of District 7-6A. McKinney is a team that I believe you said, Cody, is peaking at the right time. They
Absolutely.
certainly are. 35-0. Another big battle, Longview, who a lot of people, especially in East Texas, think is going to win a state title. They're only up 14-10 over Frisco Lone Star. Frisco Lone Star is one of those sneaky good programs you got to keep your eye on. And Longview 14-10. And of course, Highland Park, everybody knows about them. They had to play Denton Guyer, who's another state title contender. And right now it's Denton Guyer 21, Highland Park 14. So the Scots are holding tough there. Guyer 21, Highland Park 14. And Abilene Wiley, one of the rare instances where the West Texas school has the edge, is up 17-14 over Colleyville Heritage. Grapevine, however, has a 24-7 lead over Abilene Cooper. Argyle is up 7-0 over Wichita Falls Ryder, Rojo, if you remember that. And then, of course, North Crowley is playing El Paso Pebble Hills. North Crowley with a 41-28 lead in the fourth quarter. That game started early. North Crowley 41, Pebble Hills 28. And Lancaster up over Frisco Reedy 21-7. And that's your scores for tonight.
Thank you, sir. And it's been a chaotic night. It seems like we're on the verge of a very chaotic night as some of the closer games around the Metroplex hold up. A lot of highly ranked teams and some maybe unexpected battles with teams they were favored to beat by a pretty fair margin here in the area round of the playoffs. We're about 3.5 minutes to go before the start of the second half here at SMU. We're going to go ahead and take one more break. This has been the Enzo's Pizza Halftime Show on Champion Sports Radio. We'll be right back with second half action.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, schoolwear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Just about ready for the second half kickoff here at Gerald J. Ford Stadium at Southern Methodist University. Cody Marknick here with Keith Whitmire. Lewisville coming out of halftime with a 3-0 lead, going to get the ball to start the second half, and you got to think they have to do something with it here if they want to really put a dent in this ball game.
Yeah, if they can come out here, drive down, and get some points, field goal, touchdown, whatever, that'll be huge. If they don't, then that's going to kind of dictate the rest of the game. I have a feeling it's just going to be a tight game, back and forth, and we're going to see more smash-mouth football. And but if Lewisville can get up by 2 scores, put some pressure on Martin, we're going to see things open up a little bit more.
Well, and you have to watch out for Martin, too, because we heard Coach Odell in the pregame interview talk about Martin and their 29 onside kick attempts so far this season, so they may try to get this ball themselves.
That's not a bad thought, but especially when it's
just you just run the risk of you're down 3-0. Your defense has been playing well, and if you give Lewisville the ball at about midfield to start the second half, that might be a recipe for disaster.
It just depends on how you look at a close one-score game. Do you need to break something open, or do you play it safe and keep it close?
Lewisville playing close as if they're expecting some kind of an onside kick here.
Yeah.
Ball rolls off the tee, so they may have to bring in a holder. The wind is kicked up a little bit here in the second half. Those flags are starched out to the south.
Of course, we're in a horseshoe-shaped bowl here, so the wind can be deceiving. You can't just go by what the flags say. The wind can really be whipping on the field and not as much up where the flags are.
This is Mark Williamson, the kicker, here to kick this ball off for Martin. We'll see if they leave it short. Gage Wager is also lined up next to him at another kicker spot. Wager does kick it down the field. It's going to be playable for Lewisville. The ball's going to go out of bounds. That's another mistake in the kicking game for Arlington Martin. Gage Wager sends it out of bounds, and Lewisville is going to get good starting field position here at the 35-yard line.
Just couldn't get that lift under the ball and keep it in bounds. Again, that really works out to Lewisville's benefit, contrary to when Martin fielded the kickoff and ended up stuck at their own 3-yard line.
The 3-yard line ended up in a 1st and goal situation for Martin, and they missed a field goal to end the first half.
Do you remember the length of that drive time-wise?
They took the ball with about 11 minutes to go in the second quarter, and it was a 10.5+ minute drive.
Amazing.
So here's Terrell in the pistol set. 1st and 10 to start the second half at the Lewisville 30. Takes the snap. Handoff's going to go to Ellison up the middle, and he's got space, and he's going to be met by Charles Johnson, the safety, at the 35. They're going to call it the 36. It looked like he had a pretty good-sized hole to run through. He picks up 7 on 1st down. A nice open field tackle by Johnson.
Yeah, if the safety doesn't come up and make the play, he's gone for a long ways.
Lewisville,
good sign for the Farmers, I was going to say.
Lewisville will take the 7-yard pickup, and they go to a heavier front here in the second half. They got 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Pistol snap to Terrell. Handoff again to Ellison up the middle. He's going to be hit just across the line of scrimmage. Gets his way up to the 39. They're going to be about a yard short of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
And we see Martin substituting tackles, bring in some fresh meat up front, beef. And
Martin's going to stack the box here to try to make Terrell do something to beat them.
Yeah.
It's less than a yard. It's 3rd and about 6 inches for Lewisville at their own 39.
Good time to throw it deep. Martin would never expect it. They've got everyone up on within 5 yards of the line.
They got 10 out of 11 players in the box. Terrell takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Ellison up the middle. Ellison spins out of the way of a tackler, and he's still fighting his way up across the 45. 2 defenders on him now. They finally blow the whistle. It's a first down for Lewisville on a good physical run by Byron Ellison. That second effort got him the first down.
Yeah, if he goes down after the initial contact, he doesn't get the first down, but he keeps spinning and driving his legs and gets the first down. That's a key moment for Lewisville. Now they get a fresh set of downs, and they're nearly at midfield.
Pistol set for Terrell. Another heavy defensive front for Martin. Snap to Terrell. Handoff to Ellison again. He's going to be hit at the line. Tries to fight his way through a defender and only picks up a yard. That was number 22, Keller Webb, on a hard tackle there by Martin.
Yeah, Keller Webb, that's like the old Oklahoma drill. They met in the hole there. And, man, this is really more smash-mouth football. If you like good physical football, this is the game for you.
That's going to be 2nd and 9 for Lewisville. They're on the brink of being in enemy territory. They're at their own 48. Just under 10 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lewisville still leads Martin 3-0.
So the Farmers are taking a while to decide what to do and get their personnel straight here.
Yeah, they bring in Jaden Hardy at receiver. That's been an indicator so far for Lewisville, and it's going to be a 5-wide receiver set for Ethan Terrell. And now Coach Odell's going to have to take a timeout to avoid a delay of game.
Well, when you vary from what you've been doing, it causes issues, and at that point, Lewisville couldn't figure out what they want to do in time.
It's going to be a TV timeout as well. We're going to take it with them. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football, presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniform.
Had to break out of that one early. Sorry to Lewisville Lettering. 9:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter, but Lewisville's ready to go here on 2nd and 9. Terrell in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set. Byron Ellison to his left. Snap goes to Terrell. It's actually a handoff to Xavier Lewis to the outside, and Martin's all over that one. They tried to get Lewis in space, but a host of Martin tacklers made the tackle right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, Xavier Lewis took this handoff and then said, whoops, and then tried to get outside, but by that time the pursuit was there. That wasn't, it started out as a no-back, sure passing look for Lewisville. It ended up being a run that didn't get much.
They actually give Lewis a gain of about half a yard, so that brings up 3rd and 8 at the 49. Shotgun snap to Terrell. He's looking downfield, has all day to throw. Now he's got to get out of the pocket. He's going to take it himself across the 50, across the 45. Terrell breaks free at the 30. The ball comes out at the end of the play, but Lewisville keeps it.
Oh, my goodness.
There's flags down, though, in the backfield. So that may be wiped out. It may be a holding call to bring this big pickup back for Lewisville.
Well, he didn't really have anybody open. He made the smart move to run it. Didn't make a great run, but when you're not used to throwing it downfield and your quarterback scrambling around, your offensive linemen tend to hold.
Yeah, that's A tough penalty to take for Lewisville. It's going to be on Mike Fasusi, the right tackle. He was pointing at it all the way, so it looked like he knew it was him. That's going to be 10 yards from the previous spot, so that's going to bring up 3rd and a mile for Lewisville. It was a great run by Ethan Terrell, and Jaden Hardy was Johnny on the spot to pick that ball up after the fumble because it would have stayed with Martin after the penalty.
Yeah, and when your quarterback starts scrambling around and went to his right that time, that especially leads to holding calls because your defender gets pinned against you. You just can't help but hold sometimes.
Clock starts again. It's 3rd and 18 for Lewisville at their own 39-yard line, trying to get something back on this play. Shotgun snap to Terrell. He drops back in the pocket, has time to throw, now steps up in the pocket, rolls out to his left. He's going to take it himself across the 40, across the 45, and he's going to be run out of bounds from behind. That was number 22 for Martin Keller-Webb. Another tackle, but Terrell gets about 9 yards back across the original line of scrimmage, so it sets up a more favorable punt for Freddie Hoya.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 9 now. That was a win for the Martin defense, but he got a great chunk of yardage there. These scrambles and passing downs are working for the Farmers. They might want to keep that in mind.
Lewisville has to run Omarius Lockhart onto the field at the last minute. In the punt formation, Freddie Hoya's got it. 4th and 9 at their own 48. They send in Kuba in motion. It's a rugby-style punt for Hoya. He barely got it away, and I think Martin may have gotten a hand on that ball. It takes a Lewisville bounce. It looks like Martin did get a hand on it, and that's going to be a good starting field position for the Warriors as it's down at their own 36-yard line.
I notice Hoya doesn't take the full 15-yard drop like most punters. That was only about a 10 to 12-yard drop for him. And so obviously if a Martin rusher breaks through, he's going to get a chance to get a hand on the ball, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, Martin came after that punt and got it just a little bit, enough to slow it down. And instead of a booming punt for Hoya, Martin takes over at their own 36.
Well, Lewisville didn't get the points off the opening drive of the second half like they were hoping for. Now let's see what the defense does.
Biddle takes the snap. It's a design quarterback run. He's got space across the 40, across the 45. He's finally brought down by Cam Jenkins, but he's going to be about a yard short of a Martin first down.
Just a good 9-yard run, swimming through traffic basically and finding little creases in the defense, and a great run by the Martin quarterback.
2nd down and short now for Martin. They're checking the play at the line of scrimmage. One of the players for Martin has an equipment issue. That's Isaiah DeLeon, and he finally checks in. 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 3.
That was some Wager shenanigans, I bet. I bet he didn't have an equipment issue. Come on, man.
Martin rushes to the line. They got 3 receivers bunched to the left. Biddle takes the snap. It's a design quarterback run all the way, and Biddle's got space. He's up across the 45, down to the 40 of Lewisville, into Lewisville territory at the 39, and that's going to be another Martin first down on a design quarterback run to Tristan Biddle.
Yeah, they had trips left for some reason, and quarterback takes the ball and immediately runs to the right and then found an opening and shoots up through it. And another great play by the Martin quarterback. He's really handling the ball here.
See if Lewisville's defense can tighten up again, backed up in their own territory. It's 1st and 10 for Martin at the Lewisville 39. Biddle in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers left. They send Isaiah Barrow in motion. They're going to throw it over the middle. It's caught by number 3, Isaiah DeLeon. Almost gets to a first down. They're going to be about 2 yards short, but kind of a dangerous throw over the middle for Biddle, but he completes it to DeLeon.
Is that Martin's first completion of the game?
I think they had one earlier, but that may only be their second one.
The Lewisville defender crossed through the path of the pass before the ball got there, and it was very tight quarters there, but a fairly safe pass.
2nd down and 3 for Martin at the Lewisville 32. Shotgun snap to Biddle. Handoff goes to Barrow around the left side. He's got space. He has a first down across the 25 and brought down at the 22 of Lewisville. Carl Malvo and Rendell Carter were there on the far side of the field, but it's another Martin Warrior first down.
Well, you get used to tracking down Biddle, and then they give it to Zaire, and it just gives you a different type of runner, and it's really a pick your poison time right now for the Lewisville defense.
Already only 5.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Lewisville still clinging to a 3-0 lead. Martin taking their time. Lewisville's only had 3 offensive possessions so far in this game. Shotgun snap to Biddle. Handoff goes to Sergio Snyder up the middle. Lewisville's all over it at the line of scrimmage. They may give Snyder a pickup of about a yard or so, but a nice job by the Lewisville front to bunch into the middle and make the stop.
Yeah, they're right near that 20-yard line. That's when Lewisville's defense really buckles down and plays its best, so Martin's going to have to deal with that.
4:45 to go here in the third. Lewisville up 3-0, but Martin trying to knock on the door again. 2nd down and 8 for the Warriors at the Lewisville 21. Trips wide receivers to his right. Biddle in the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Biddle. It's a high snap. He's going to throw over the middle of the field. Lewisville's there, and the ball's going to be out of the reach of everybody. Biddle was hit as he threw by Isaac Black. That kind of forced a bad throw out of the end zone, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Martin.
Again, the Farmers had him well covered, blanketed there. It's amazing how well Lewisville's secondary has covered these Martin receivers, considering they've got to be thinking run first the way Martin's been attacking with the power run game.
Martin wants to get in the end zone here to regain the lead. 3rd down and 8 for the Warriors at the Lewisville 21. It's going to be 2 receivers to his left, none to the right for Tristan Biddle. Shotgun snap, handoff goes to Barrow. Barrow's going to be hit once, breaks a tackle, but a nice open field stop there for Lewisville. That was Mason Johnson and Cam Jenkins on the far side, and now Lewisville has 2 players down on the field.
Ouch. Well, that was a great tackle on a huge 3rd down play, but they're having to pay for it right now with a couple of injuries.
Check that. It's not Cam Jenkins. It's his brother, Caden Jenkins. It's down on the far side. It looks like him and Isaac Black down on the far side of the field. We're going to go ahead and take a break while they're checked out. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, school wear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Daly from LoneStarGridiron.com, the authority on Texas high school football. Quick question, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, it doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what year, we want to honor you at Lone Star Gridiron. Go over to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood and sign up. It's absolutely free, and we can honor you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Back at Ford Stadium at SMU, and they're still checking out Isaac Black on the field down at the Lewisville 15 or so yard line. This doesn't look like a great situation, so we'll kind of keep an eye on this and see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and take another break while they continue to check out Isaac Black. This is still Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football on Champion Sports Radio, presented by Lewisville Lettering.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile, screen printing, and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, schoolwear. They do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Isaac Black thankfully walks off the field under his own power. It looks as if he may be okay on the far sideline. He probably will not return to this ball game, but it's still good to see Isaac Black make his way off the field under his own power. And now it's 4th down and 5 for Martin, and they're going to send the field goal team out onto the field, except they are for right now. Don't know if they'll fake it. It's Williamson to attempt a 35-yard field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be no good. They missed it again. It's going to be wide to the right. Lewisville rushed the kick and forced a hurried field goal attempt by Mark Williamson, and the Farmers get out of another red zone possession with a 3-0 lead.
That was a completely different kicker and holder from the previous field goal that Martin tried and missed. I think that was more of their conventional kicking team, and still come up short. The kick from the left hash. They had time. The play clock was started at 40 when we came back from the injury timeout, but they did indeed rush the kick, and it proved costly. A huge stand again for the Farmer defense.
Yeah, now this is a moment in this game that I think is key. Lewisville gets backed up in their red zone again, gets out of it with no points. For Martin, they still lead 3-0, but you got to make something happen on this offensive possession if you're Lewisville. You got to go down and get a touchdown.
Well, it'd be nice, but right now 3-0 standing up. That'd be one of the weirder scores to go across the state in the second round of the playoffs. But
hey, in the playoffs, you'll take it any day.
Exactly. At least it's not penetrations like in the old days.
It's a quick TV timeout on the field. We're going to go ahead and keep it here and say thank you to Dylan Olson at Infinity Solar USA. Homeowners, if you've ever considered owning your own power by going solar, then contact Infinity Solar USA, a locally owned and operated company who's helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. Call 469-868-4164. That's 469-868-4164 and get your exclusive discount and free solar savings report from Infinity Solar USA. And also thank you to Ryan Amerson at Energy Attic. Contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. They help improve your home climate control, reducing those cold and hot pockets, making it more comfortable throughout, and saving you up to 40% on your energy bill. Schedule your free Energy Attic audit online at energyattic.com. Energy Attic, attic solutions to transform your life. Also, thank you to Nick Bass at Greenleaf Roofing for his support of Champion Sports Radio. They're DFW's preferred roofing company and the official roofing company of CSR. Family owned and operated, they're the #1 choice for all your roofing needs. Find out why and get a free quote at visiting greenleaf-roofing.com. So here's Terrell now, 1st and 10 at the Lewisville 20 to start this possession. Ethan Terrell takes the snap. It's going to be a design quarterback run. Up the middle, he's going to have nothing doing. Martin's all over that one. Terrell may have gotten a yard on the play. Several Martin defenders in on that stop.
Not much for Terrell today after the big game against Allen, and obviously Martin is aware of him, and it's the other backs who seem to be making the bigger yardage for Lewisville. But you never know, he might just bust through.
Terrell did run for 164 against Allen last week, but so far it's been not much at all going on against the Martin Warriors. 2nd down and 9 for Lewisville. They're at their own 21-yard line with under 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. They send a man in motion. It's Ellison. It's going to be a screen pass on the far side to Lucas Sanders, and he's got space. He's up across the 30, pushed out of bounds near the 35-yard line, and Lewisville has a first down on a great play call by Nick Ola and Ross Haston, the co-offensive coordinators.
Yes, they dialed up a great play call. You got an aggressive defense like Martin. They've been trying to hammer and tackle that run game, so just let them come through and let your quarterback just loft the ball over to the open player, and they had a little convoy set up, and great play, a new set of downs for the Farmers at their own 34.
Another big first down catch by Lucas Sanders. Lewisville has it 1st and 10 at their own 34. 3:15 to go here in the third. The Farmers still clinging to a 3-0 lead. Shotgun snap to Terrell. He's going to throw it over the middle to Myro, and Dylan Myro got his hands on that one, but the ball was just a little bit too high up in the air, and that falls incomplete.
Yeah, Myro jumped up, and he probably didn't need to jump. He was just excited. You know, keep your feet on the ground and make the catch if you can, but that may have led to him not being able to haul that one in.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Farmers at their own 34-yard line. We'll see what Nick Ola dials up here. The Warriors have been stacking the box against this Lewisville run game to try to make Terrell beat them through the air. 3 wide receivers to the left. Shotgun snap to Terrell. It's going to be a design quarterback run. He cuts back across the backside of the field, and Martin's going to be all over it again. Terrell picks up maybe a yard on the play. That tackle was by Keller Webb, the middle linebacker, combined with Ethan Gassaway.
Yeah, his left tackle got in his own way. The left tackle let the defender through, and almost like pass blocking, and that was right in Terrell's path and made him have to cut back in.
Now another 3rd and long for Lewisville at their own 35-yard line. Still leading 3-0, under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Play clock's down to 10. No play call yet by Lewisville. They may have to burn a timeout here.
Yeah,
under 5 on the play clock. Terrell's ready to go. They send Kirby in motion, and Coach Odell's going to have to call a timeout. That's a timeout he did not want to burn in that situation, still in the third quarter, and the Farmers only have 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, 3-0 game. As tight as this one has been, definitely you want to have some timeouts in your back pocket.
It's going to be a TV timeout as well. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. Lewisville still up 3-0 with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. It's Lewisville Fighting Farmer football presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Daly from LoneStarGridiron.com, the authority on Texas high school football. Quick question, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, it doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what year, we want to honor you at Lone Star Gridiron. Go over to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood and sign up. It's absolutely free, and we can honor you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Lewisville has a big 3rd down and long here at their own 35-yard line, still leading 3-0.
The Lewisville defense responded when Martin had a big 3rd down. Now we'll see what the Lewisville offense can do.
Snap to Terrell, drops back to pass, in the pocket. He's going to run it himself. He's got room, cuts back toward the middle of the field, and he's got space. Across the 45, almost to the 50. He's pushed out of bounds near midfield. A big first down scramble there by Ethan Terrell.
Yeah, he managed to get the first down. Then he took off for the sideline, almost like they're in a 2-minute drill, but whatever works, and kept him from taking a shot. But there was nothing open. He had plenty of time to find the receiver, but there was just nothing open downfield, so use your legs, Ethan.
That's a good job at improv there by Terrell. That's pulled the Farmers out of the fire several times this season, and he does it right there. A heavy front for Lewisville. Vyron Ellison, the lone back. Terrell in the pistol. 2 wide receivers split out to his right. They send Myro in motion. Snap goes to Terrell. Handoff goes to Ellison. Up the middle. He bounces to the outside. Pushes his way up to the 50, but he's going to be pushed back behind the line of scrimmage. He's hit on the sideline. The Lewisville coaching staff wants a late hit. They're not going to get one. That's maybe a pickup of a yard for Myron Ellison.
Yeah, he just had nothing to do, ran out of room, and kept getting driven out of bounds. And let's see the replay here. Oh, yeah, the Martin defender slung him after he'd already reached the edge of the white, and slung him down further out of bounds.
Yeah, Coach Odell had contact made with him as well, but he gives Chris Johnson a pat on the helmet as if to say that's okay.
Yeah, Coach Odell can take it.
Pistol set for Terrell. 2 wide receiver set. Ellison the lone back. Terrell fakes the handoff. They're going to try to set the screen up, and Terrell's going to go down to the backfield for a sack. Martin was all over that one. They blitzed on the play, but they still had the screen pass covered up, and that's going to be a huge loss back to the 40-yard line of Terrell.
Yeah, now it's 3rd and extra long here. That doesn't bode well, but yeah, perfect play by the Martin defense. They were going to try to run that screen, and they just couldn't get the ball off.
It's a great call defensively by Martin. They blitzed 2 extra defenders on the play, but still had the screen covered up. Terrell wanted Lucas Sanders again, but didn't have him open. This brings up 3rd down at a mile, 3rd and 17 from the Lewisville 41, under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun by Terrell. 3 wide receiver set. They send Hardy in motion. Terrell takes the snap, drop back, looks over the middle of the field. He's got his complete to Myro. Dylan Myro has it up near the 50. They're going to be across the original line of scrimmage, but that's still going to bring up 4th down and 8 for Lewisville.
Great route and great pass, but just wasn't nearly deep enough to do what Lewisville needed to do on that play.
They got a big chunk of yardage back, so you got to wonder, I think Lewisville's going to be content to let the rest of the 3rd quarter run off the clock before they punt this ball with Freddie Hoya.
Yeah, because you're punting into the wind the way they're doing it right now. We'll see if Freddie Hoya takes a deeper drop. That shallow drop worked against him last time.
And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters down and only 3 points on the board. Lewisville still holding on to a 3-0 lead over Arlington Martin. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of play here on Champion Sports Radio, presented by Lewisville Lettering.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship social media.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
Hey everybody, this is Chris Daly from LoneStarGridiron.com, the authority on Texas high school football. Quick question, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, it doesn't matter what school, it doesn't matter what year, we want to honor you at Lone Star Gridiron. Go over to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood and sign up. It's absolutely free, and we can honor you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta.
Long TV timeout turns into a Freddie Hoya punting situation. 4th and 10 for Lewisville at their own 48. snap goes to Hoya. It's a rugby-style punt. He gets a good leg into this one with the wind at his back. It's going to take a Lewisville bounce at the 5, and it's almost down inside the 5-yard line, and now Lewisville touched it, so you think that would make the ball dead. I'm not sure why this return is going to count.
Well,
Lewisville touched it twice, once in the end zone and again at the 1.
If the referee judges that he didn't down it, that he just merely touched it like batting it, then it's not down.
I guess it's not like the NFL where if it touches anybody, it's automatically down at that spot. But Martin gets, luckily Martin gets about 12 yards out of the return and is going to start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, so it works like a touchback for Hoya.
Yeah, essentially, it's amazing that it wasn't a touchback the way the ball was bouncing down there at the goal line, and it ends up being an equivalent of a touchback.
So Martin starts 1st and 10 at their own 20. Biddle in the shotgun. They snap it to him. He drops back in the pocket. He's under pressure, dumps it off in the flat. Lewisville's all over it. Second contact gets him, and that looks like it's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, late flag coming in there.
Jaden Hardy had first contact on Kanye Frazier out in the flat. It looked like he got just enough of the face mask to draw the flag. That's the first penalty of this ball game against Lewisville. That's going to be 15 yards and a Martin first down.
Goodness gracious, that's pretty darn good coaching there by Lewisville. Go this far without a penalty.
Still a tough penalty to take for the Farmers because they had Frazier behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about a yard. Instead, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 35 for Martin.
I didn't see the face mask, but I sure wish they'd go back to the 5-yard face mask and the 15 for the more severe penalties.
15 across the board is a little excessive, especially if your hand just grazes it on the way by.
And with these new helmets and the fancy headgear and the face shields they use, it's a wonder there's a face mask on every play.
So Martin 1st down and 10 at their own 35 after the penalty. Handoff's going to go to Barrow up the middle. He breaks off a 1 tackle, gets up to the 40, picks up about 5 yards on 1st down. He's brought down by Cam Jenkins to bring up 2nd and 5.
Good 1st down carry for Martin. Good 1st down defense by the Farmers not to give up a huge chunk on that one.
Martin still taking their time. It's 3-0. You and I have talked a lot about this off the air, Keith. Somebody's going to have to score a touchdown to win this game.
Yeah, something crazy's got to happen, though, I think.
They send Barrow in motion. Shotgun snap to Biddle. It's going to be a design quarterback run up the middle. What a great tackle right at the line of scrimmage by Garcia Johnson of Lewisville. That may be a pickup a half a yard for Martin, but it's still going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, the great by Garcia Johnson there. And makes a tough call for Martin here, 3rd and 4. You'd like it to be a little closer or even further back. It would help you make your decision, but 3rd and 4 is a tough play call.
Tough play call and an even maybe tougher decision if Lewisville keeps this to 4th and short. Tristan Biddle in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to his right. Shotgun snap, handoff to Barrow up the middle, and Lewisville's going to be all over it. It's going to be a loss on the play. Mason Johnson gets into the backfield and wraps up Zaire Barrow behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for Arlington Martin.
Huge play because now we're under 10 minutes to play. Martin's got to be thinking about how many times they're going to get to possess the ball in a game like this. And now that it is 4th and 5, that's really too far to run any kind of a trick play. Now we've got a flag down.
There's a flag down. I'm not sure who it's on. It's going to be a delay of game against Martin. That was about the quickest 40 seconds I've ever seen go off the play clock, but that's going to bring up 4th down and 10 now for the Martin Warriors, and it's an obvious punting situation, but if you're Lewisville, you have to keep that thought in the back of your head that Martin may try to make something crazy happen because, as you said, Keith, with 9.5 minutes now to go, you don't know, this might be your second to last possession.
And that delay penalty makes it an obvious punting situation. 4th and 5, you might think about running something crazy.
Gage Wager back to punt this one away from Martin. It's a low line drive kick. Jaden Hardy's got space on the far side. He's going to field the ball. He's up to the 50-yard line, up to the 45. Martin had nobody over there, and Hardy's still up. Hardy's going to reverse his way across the field at the 25, at the 20. He's got one man to beat, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. What a heads-up play by the 4-star. Jaden Hardy got the ball with nobody on the near side of the field. and got the ball all the way down inside the 10, and Hardy's injured on the far side. It looked like he pulled up lame at the end of that play, but it's going to be 1st and goal for Lewisville.
Several Lewisville players calling for the trainers to come over, which is not a good sign. But what a terrific run back by him. Just a catastrophe for Martin to get the line drive punt that was short. It bounces in the open field for Hardy to pick it up and run. He makes a cut back in the middle field and almost gets to the pylon, coming up a little bit short. But now the Farmers are in terrific shape. It's really something crazy had to happen to break this game open. That may have been the crazy we were looking for.
Well, it looked like, I thought something was the matter with Hardy at the end of that run, because it looked like he had the speed and the edge to get in the end zone, but it looked like he kind of pulled up lame at the end of that play. You hope that it's just some kind of a cramping situation. Coach Odell's over there to check on him.
Yeah, he's up now at least.
He's up, and he's not putting a ton of weight on that left leg, so that's
he's got
obviously something to watch for Lewisville.
Cold night like tonight, the muscles get tight, and you never know what can happen.
Well, nonetheless, the return sets up a 1st and goal for Lewisville inside the 10-yard line of Martin. They've got to make it happen right here. Terrell in the shotgun, takes the snap. It's going to be a design quarterback run up the middle. Terrell's across the 5, going to be pushed backwards, though, by this Martin defense. Terrell picks up about 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the Martin 6.
Taking no chances there. Just snap it to your quarterback and let him try to find some room. Martin stood him up, though, at the 6-yard line. Lewisville's hoping to just smash it forward and get something out of this, but they may have to get it slightly more exotic if they want to get into the end zone.
They're trying to take as much time off the clock as possible. Under 8.5 minutes to play. Lewisville up 3-0 on Martin, but they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal at the 6.
Touchdown basically wins the game.
Terrell in the shotgun, 2 wide receiver set. They send Kirby in motion. It's going to be a design run for Terrell, again up the middle, and once again he's got nothing. His offensive line tries to push him, but he may pick up a yard on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line now.
Might be in 4-down territory here, Cody.
Absolutely, I think you are, because even if you kick a field goal to make it 6-0 here, a touchdown still beats you in that situation. So I think it is 2-down territory for Lewisville.
Like I said, I think a touchdown wins the game for you, because I don't think Martin's going to get more than one possession the rest of the way it's looking.
The way Lewisville's defense has been playing, a touchdown would go a very long way in deciding this. 7.5 minutes left. 3rd down and goal at the 4 for Lewisville. We'll see if they let Byron Ellison touch it here. It's been nothing but Terrell so far. Dylan Myro goes in motion. Shotgun snap to Terrell. He's going to be another design quarterback run. Terrell is into the end zone. Touchdown! Lewisville Fighting Farmers. Ethan Terrell takes it right up the middle and gets a big push from his offensive line, and Lewisville has a 2-score lead with 7:18 to go.
Well, Ethan Terrell took the snap, squared up like he was going to throw, looked downfield. I think that was a total fake out, and it was basically a design quarterback draw, and he found the opening up the middle for the touchdown. Terrific play, great play call by the Farmers.
Nice job there by Terrell, and Jaden Hardy's back out onto the field to hold. That's a great sign for Lewisville.
Yeah.
Snap good, hold good. Freddie Hoya's kick is up and right down the middle. Lewisville takes a 10-0 lead over Arlington Martin with 7:18 to go in the ball game. This is Lewisville Fighting Farmer Football, presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Ethan Terrell takes the ball up the middle and puts the first touchdown of the game on the board. Lewisville 10, Arlington Martin nothing with 7:18 to play in the Class 6A Division I Area Championship.
Watch for Martin to maybe try something on the kickoff return. We said they're going to force them to get into their bag of tricks, like you said. Now they're down 2 scores with not much time left. Kickoff returns can also be trick plays.
Freddie Hoya ready to send this ball deep. He's got to get a good leg into this one. And Lewisville's going to try to catch Martin napping here. The ball is still loose. Lewisville's going after it. There's a scramble for the ball at the 30-yard line. Lewisville thinks they have it. Freddie Hoya may have caught Arlington Martin napping. No signal yet. Still no signal.
The body language of Martin says Lewisville has it.
Lewisville still thinks they have it. Still no signal from the official. They're going to give the ball to Martin.
Unbelievable.
What a recovery by Arlington Martin. And we've seen Lewisville try that several times over the last few weeks, and they nearly caught Martin napping and ended the ball game for all intents and purposes right there.
Pop-up pooch kickoff. The young man returning it from Martin couldn't handle it, and it rolled behind him, and that's when Lewisville pounced. And you got to, that's the newfangled onside kick.
That's the third recovery Lewisville thought they could have tonight, but that one's a little bit more clear. Martin 1st and 10 at their own 31. Biddle drops back to throw. He's going to throw it deep down the middle of the field, and the ball's going to be intercepted. Brian Perez takes the ball, but there was contact before the interception. A flag comes in, and it looks like this is going to be a pass interference call against Cam Jenkins.
Looked like a great defensive play to me.
Caden Jenkins is pointing the way of the Martin Warriors as if this is going to be against them, but I don't think that it is.
I don't know who had the coverage there, but he got that arm across and knocked the ball away. Perfect.
Mason Johnson thinks it's Lewisville's ball, too. He was right next to the officials while they were having a conversation.
They're still talking.
This may go against Martin. It would surprise me if it would. What an interception, regardless, from Brian Perez. Here's the head official with the call. It is going to be pass interference against Arlington Martin. This Lewisville crowd is incensed. They don't like it at all, but it was almost a great interception on a tip drill for Brian Perez.
Yeah, a lot of times when the DB makes that swipe across the body move, that means his back arm. No, he didn't have a hand on the receiver. Sometimes on the backside they're grabbing the receiver's waist, and no, that looked clean, but I guess he made contact before the ball got there. I guess that's the ruling.
Yeah, the crowd doesn't like it. Coach Odell doesn't like it either. He's all over the side judge on the far side of the field. Now he's having a conversation with the head official. The contact was almost bang-bang. I mean, it looked like Jenkins got there at the exact same time as the ball. He was going for the ball over the top of Isaiah De Leon.
And that was what the conference was about. And, what did you see? What did you see?
But nonetheless, it gives Martin a 1st down and 10 at their own 46. 7:05 to go. Shotgun snap to Biddle. He drops back. He's under pressure from Malvo. Now he's going to go down for a sack. Carl Malvo gets Tristan Biddle for a big loss on the play. What a play by the Lewisville senior defensive end.
Huge sack. Biddle's got to know he can't take a sack there, but huge sack for the former defense. Not only is Martin now in a passing they have to pass the ball. Now they've really got to pass the ball from even further behind the chains.
Yeah, it looks like they don't know what to do in this situation because they're completely out of their rhythm offensively. They like to keep the ball on the ground. They've got to go fast-paced and put it in the air here. 2nd and 17 at their own 39. They send Barrow in motion. The handoff's going to go to Barrow outside. He's got space up across the 45, breaks another tackle, and he's finally brought down at the 50. A nice run there by Zaire Barrow. Gets a ton of that yardage back. and that's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 5 for the Martin Warriors.
You'd like to say, Martin, be patient, keep running Barrow and Biddle, but that clock is ticking. It forces you to do things you don't want to do.
6 minutes to play. Martin's still taking their time getting the play in.
Oh, they have a Lewisville player down.
3rd down and 5. Yeah, you're right. There's a player on the far side down. I think that's Cam Jenkins. No, it's not Cam Jenkins. It's Tony Lewis and Kuba down on the far side of the field.
It's another cramp.
And like you said, it almost goes from one extreme to the other here in Texas. If it's hot early in the season, you get a lot of cramps. But if it's a cold night like this, those muscles tighten up too.
Yeah. Got to stay hydrated, folks.
And while they look at Tony Lewis and Kuba, we're going to say another thank you to Steve Swanson at Whirly Ball for sponsoring this broadcast. Corporate events, team building, and private parties are more fun when you're zipping around in a whirly bug, and they have the most affordable laser tag in town. 2 locations to serve you, Plano and Hearst. Visit them online at whirlyball.info for more information.
Well, not that this is a upset by any means, no matter who wins, but second round of the playoffs, you see a lot of weird scores and upsets because you're seeing teams that have been good throughout the season but maybe are somewhat off the radar, haven't got the attention that the premier programs have got, and you see them pull upsets. But tonight is just 2 really good teams, 2 district champions going head-to-head and slugging it out.
Arlington Martin actually, per Dave Campbell's Texas Football, 14-point favorite in this game. Bit of an upset on paper. Here's the snap to Barrow. Mason Johnson's all over it. Barrow tried to get the ball outside. Check that. It was Tristan Biddle. A design quarterback run on the outside, and Mason Johnson gets into the backfield all over it, and that's going to bring up 4th down and a mile for Arlington Martin.
Yeah, and back to the underdog thing. I believe of the 7 pickers in the Dallas Morning News selectors box that 4 of the 7 picked Martin, 3 picked Lewisville.
Lewisville still up 10-0. Martin taking their time getting the play in. It's 4th down and 11 from the 45. You got to think this might be the game here if Lewisville stops Martin. Shotgun snap to Biddle. He fakes the handoff. He's in the pocket. Has time to throw. Going to throw it over the middle. And it's going to be intercepted. Who's got it? Mark Cooper has it. Mark Cooper picked off the ball for Lewisville. Tristan Biddle was looking for Zaire Barrow at about the 50-yard line, and Mark Cooper wasn't buying it. Lewisville finally gets that interception, and that looks like that might be it. Still 4:53 to go. Lewisville with a 2-score lead.
4:53 to go. Martin has all 3 of their timeouts, but there just may not be enough time left. Finally, Lewisville gets that turnover they've been looking for. The ball's been pinballing around all night, and every time it ends up Martin's possession for some reason. But that time, Lewisville got the turnover, and it's all because of the pressure. Not only the pressure they've applied to the quarterback, but just the pressure on Martin to do something. They have been shut out so far, and now it's a 2-score game.
Terrell in the pistol now. Lewisville going to try to run this game down. Handoff goes to Ellison up the middle. He's got space. Across the 50, he's going to pick up about 6 yards on 1st down. A good physical run there by Byron Ellison.
And at this point, fatigue often becomes a factor, and just the morale of the Martin Warriors. By no means am I saying they're going to quit, but when you're in a situation like this, your mind is reeling with the possibilities of how things are. How can you possibly pull this out?
2nd down and 5 here for Lewisville. They're at the 50-yard line. 4:20 to go. 10-0. Lewisville leads it. Handoff goes to Ellison again up the middle. He reverses his field. Now he's got space. Makes a man miss at the 35, at the 40, and he's going to have a 1st down at the Arlington Martin 39-yard line. What a run there by Byron Ellison to reverse his field.
Yeah, he headed right behind the pile, found nothing there, then reversed to the left, cut back, and found clear sailing for a few yards.
Ethan Terrell, the quarterback, threw a good block on the far side on that play, too.
Oh, and he'll point that out during the film session, I'm sure.
10-0 Lewisville, just under 4 minutes to go. Lewisville driving at the Martin 39. Big front for Lewisville. You got to think, I'm surprised Coach Wager hasn't called a timeout yet, but...
Yeah, they really can't afford another 1st down by Lewisville.
Snap to Terrell, handoff up the middle to Ellison. Ellison doesn't have much on that play. Maybe picks up a yard, and now Coach Wager will call his first time out of the game.
Yeah, with 3:30 left, you're trying to calculate the percentages. If you get a stop here, you get the ball. Martin's got to think we've got to get points somehow, some way, and then onside kick, and and maybe throw a Hail Mary. That's really all they have left at this point.
TV timeout on the field. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. Lewisville up 10-0, 3.5 minutes to go. It's Fighting Farmer football presented by Lewisville Lettering on Champion Sports Radio.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Lewisville has a 2nd down and 9 at the Martin 38-yard line, trying to bring this one home. 3.5 minutes to go. The Farmers lead at 10-0. Terrell on the pistol set, takes the snap, handoff goes up the middle to Ellison. He reverses his field, has space again. Ellison gets free at the 30, down to the 25, and he's finally brought down on the far side of the field. That's number 45, Cadence Hall, making the stop for Martin, but that's another first down inside the 25 for Lewisville.
Those cutbacks by Ellison, they weren't there in the first half, first 3/4 of this game, but Martin's defense is having to sell out and try to stop the initial blur of action they see, leading some open spaces on the cutbacks.
3 minutes to go in the ball game. Lewisville still up 10-0 on Martin. First down for Lewisville at the Martin 23. Heavy set for Lewisville. Play clock down to 5. Pistol snap to Terrell. Fakes the handoff. No, he's going to give it to Ellison up the middle. Ellison breaks a couple of tackles, and he's brought down for a gain of about 3. They're going to call it right at the 20-yard line now with 2:40 to go, and now Coach Wager is going to call his second timeout. No TV timeout on the field, so we'll go ahead and keep it right here. We're going to give a couple of more quick shout-outs. Our champion sponsor, Viva La Pasta, who also sponsors our pregame show. If you're craving authentic Italian food and a warm, friendly atmosphere, then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table to yours. Learn more at VivaLaPastaMenu.com. Also, Whataburger, introducing the newest way to enjoy Whataburger at your next tailgate, the 10 Whataburger box. You get 10 Whataburgers with tomatoes, pickles, lettuce, onions, mustard, mayo, and ketchup, along with any add-on extras you'd like. The Whataburger box is the perfect way to enjoy tailgates, meetings, parties, even book clubs, and especially Lewisville area championships, if they can pull this one out.
Well, the way the Martin defense is really selling out to stop the run, you could run a little pop pass to your tight end or something here and really take advantage of it. But you want to run the clock here. You don't want to mess around with the passing game.
2:43 to go. 2nd down and 7 for Lewisville at the 20. Terrell takes the snap. Handoff goes to Ellison again. He runs into Quay Davis, and he's going to be brought down near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard, probably 2 for Ellison on the play. And that's going to be the final timeout called by Bob Wager.
It's Lewisville's in pretty much field goal range now, but if it gets to 4th down, you might see them pass up a kick and just run another running play to run more time off the clock. Now we're at 2:37 left. Running another 30 seconds or so off the clock might be bigger than adding 3 points to what's now a 2-score lead.
Yeah, that's a good point, because if you go for it on 3rd down and don't get it, I think you can run the play clock almost all the way down, take, like you said, another 40 seconds off, call timeout, and then you have your discussion if it's 4th and short. But with a 2-score lead, I think if you can get 3 or 4 yards here, still go for it. Even if you don't get it, Martin's got to go nearly 90 yards.
And they've got to score twice. And,
yes.
To beat you, even with a 13-10 lead, 2 touchdowns would beat you. 13-0 lead, I'm sorry.
So a field goal doesn't exactly put this. I mean, you think the game's put away now, but a field goal doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 for Lewisville at the Martin 20. Terrell's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Trying to get the play set up. Shotgun snap to Terrell. It's going to be a design quarterback run. Terrell goes around the left side trying to get room, but he's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to stop the clock. A mistake there for Terrell. Coach Odell ran all the way over to him and is letting him have it on the far sideline. It looked like he realized it at the last second.
Yeah.
He tried to fall down in bounds, but his momentum carried him out.
It almost looked like he got to cramp himself the way he stopped there at the edge of the sideline. But that's the competitor in him. He's trying to gain yards and maybe get a first down, and instead end up going out of bounds.
And the method almost worked because Lewisville's going to keep their offense out to go for it on 4th and 4. This would have bled the clock down under 2 minutes, but Terrell couldn't keep himself from going out of bounds. 4th down and 4 at the Martin 17. It's a design run to Terrell. He's going to go up the middle. The ball came out. Martin got the football.
Oh, my.
Martin got the ball, but they only get about 2 yards on the return on the fumble by Terrell. So it goes as a fumble on the stat sheet, but Martin's still going to start in the same spot on the field as they would have anyway.
That's true. Your instinct tells you, that saves the time that would have taken for a punt, but that was 4th down already. So
well, if he would have gotten outside and ran that one back, that would have been an absolute disaster for Lewisville. Yeah. But nonetheless, Martin takes over at their own 19-yard line after the fumble. 2:22 to play, but Martin's out of timeouts.
2:22. Deuces are high.
Deuces are high. Biddle in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers set. Sergio Snyder in at running back. Biddle fakes the handoff, and he's going to go down. Omarius Lockhart into the backfield untouched and gets a sack of Tristan Biddle, and that's going to be 2nd down and a mile for Lewisville. This Lewisville defensive front has dominated the second half.
I'm telling you, this Lewisville defense, period. We've seen great plays in the secondary, great plays at linebacker, and the defensive front is really forcing their will right now.
Good job there by Omarius Lockhart on that 4-man front for Lewisville. Tristan Biddle 2nd and 19 at his own 10. He drops back. He's going to be under pressure again, and he is going to go down again. And the ball came out at the end of the play. Looked like Zaire Barrow got on it for Martin, but another quarterback hit for Lewisville that forced a fumble. That was Mark Cooper again that got to Tristan Biddle to force that ball out.
Oh, this Lewisville defense is really standing tall right now. Couple of the DBs are asking the crowd to really get up on their feet and cheer, and they deserve it.
Lewisville, the clock is under a minute and a half to play. Martin has no urgency with the ball whatsoever.
Yeah.
They split Barrow out wide. Tristan Biddle drops back in the pocket. Going to throw it over the middle, and Jaden Hardy's going to be all over Sergio Snyder caught the screen pass, and Jaden Hardy was not given anything on that play. It's going to be a no-gainer and bring up 4th and a mile for Arlington Martin with under a minute to play.
The players on the Martin offense are going to be seeing Lewisville defenders in their sleep. Everywhere they turn, there's a farmer in their face. This is amazing defensive. Lewisville defense is playing better at the clutch moments right now.
Jaden Hardy getting the crowd into it. It looks like Martin has accepted the result of this game. There's under 40 seconds to play. They're not getting the play in as of yet. No timeouts left for Martin. 4th and a mile. Snap goes to Biddle. He's got to get rid of it. He's under pressure, flushed out of the pocket, throws to the sideline. It's going to be caught, and they're going to be nowhere near. Well, actually, they are going to get a first down. That second effort got it.
Well, Lewisville players are pointing the other way, but
the pass was complete to Jeremiah Charles of Martin. What an effort by Charles to push his way up across the 30 and get a first down. I thought that play was dead from the start.
Martin doesn't even have like a deep pass in their offense, it seems like. No lofting it down the sideline like most teams would.
14 seconds to play, and now Biddle's going to go down again. Lewisville is going to win this ball game. Another sack of Tristan Biddle.
Just amazing.
And that's going to run the clock out. Lewisville's going to beat Arlington Martin for the 2nd consecutive year and win the area championship, moving on to the regional semifinals.
And That was an amazing performance. That Lewisville defense, they give Player of the Week now in various media outlets. I don't know how you can give the whole defense Player of the Week, but they deserve it.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to give out this award. That was one of the more exceptional defensive performances I've ever seen as far as what they were going up against. This Martin team has put 50 or more points on the board now, 5 consecutive weeks. Lewisville pitches a shutout. They had a bend but don't break defense in the first half, but they didn't bend at all in the second half.
And think of the turnovers they could have had if things had been judged their way. It was a dominating defensive performance. No weaknesses. There was no one area of Lewisville defense that Martin could take advantage of. If they tried to throw it, they were covered. If they tried to run it, they would stuff them. And try to pass it, they would get sacked. So just amazing complete defensive performance by the Lewisville Farmers.
Lewisville 10, Arlington Martin nothing. It's a low-scoring affair, but the Farmer defense takes over. Lewisville is moving on to the regional semifinals for the second straight year. We'll be back with a Whataburger post-game show, Victory Edition, on Champion Sports Radio.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Homeowners in the DFW, listen up. Have you ever considered owning your own power by going solar? Well, my name is Dylan Olson with Infinity Solar USA. We are a locally owned and operated company to the DFW. We've helped thousands of homeowners become their own power company by going solar. We take pride in providing an amazing solar experience. Thanks to Champion Sports Radio, we've created an exclusive discount just for you. To get a free solar savings report, go ahead and give us a call at 469-868-4164. Infinity Solar USA.
There's nothing quite like coming together over a fresh-cooked meal. Face to face, burger to burger, solving the world's problems over fries. There's also nothing like solving the problems right in front of you, like baseball practice, swim team, and getting your family's meals just like they like it, all with a few taps on your phone. Yeah, good thing there's more than one way to solve the world's problems. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
The Lewisville Fighting Farmers 10. The Arlington Martin Warriors nothing at Gerald J. Ford Stadium in SMU. For the second straight year, the Lewisville Fighting Farmers get the better of the Arlington Martin Warriors in the area championship and will move on to the regional semifinals in back-to-back years. The first time that's happened in 2 straight years since 1993 and 1994 for Lewisville. It's a great night for the Farmers. Keith, you and I were talking off the air just a little bit in the break, and that's honestly, given the circumstances, in a playoff game against a team that's put up over 50 points 4 consecutive weeks, that's one of the better defensive performances you'll see.
You don't see many shutouts in the playoffs, especially in the second round and deeper, and to do that to a high-scoring offense like Arlington Martin, in the long storied history of Lewisville Farmer football, a lot of great games, a lot of great defensive performances. This one can go right up there with the best of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Lewisville got turnovers. They got 1 interception late in the game. They had a fumble that they recovered that didn't go their way early on in the night. A couple of it's not out of the question that Lewisville could have had 4 or 5 takeaways in this game.
Yeah, the replays show that Lewisville should have gotten the ball a couple of those times, and another couple of times if the Farmers just hold on to the ball and those near interceptions, that definitely changes the game.
Well, it's a great night for Lewisville. They're moving on to the regional semifinals. And a different thing this year about than what happened last season. Keith, you and Connor were there last year when Lewisville reached the 3rd round of the playoffs, and you had South Lake Carroll waiting. Lewisville took a 52-0 loss in that game, but the way things broke this year, this thing is set up for Lewisville to make a run and make a deep playoff run. You don't have South Lake Carroll waiting in the next round. Now, granted, you have 2 good football teams in Keller and Midland Legacy next week, but if you're Lewisville, you just got through beating Allen and Arlington Martin, 2 top 20 teams in the state of Texas.
Yes.
So you think that you're primed to make that deep playoff run.
Yeah, and that Midland Legacy Keller game is tomorrow at 1 p.m., I believe.
Yes, 1 p.m. That's out in Midland. They flipped home stadium.
So everybody, Farmer Maroon, go out there and scout the game for us. But anyway, and that's the thing. The breaks can go your way. But I'll tell you, I think reading between the lines, what you're trying to say is the third opponent in the playoffs may not be to the caliber of the first 2. But at this round, if you can last this long, you can't take anyone for granted. But amazingly, I think that loss against South Lake Carroll that goes into the mix of why Lewisville's doing what they're doing this year. You have to have those experiences in the playoffs, and it builds upon it each year after year in a continuous motion, and you get deeper if you can get a round deeper or 2 the next year, next thing you know, you're knocking on the door of a state championship.
Well, and obviously we don't want to dismiss the 2 teams that are waiting for the Farmers next week, Midland Legacy and Keller. But it's a situation where you beat 2 top 20 teams. Mm-hmm. You don't have a top 20 team waiting on you next week, but you can't trip up in that situation.
Yeah, we're not saying they're not the caliber, but they don't have the cachet that a name like Allen or Arlington Martin carries, especially in this area. Now, Midland Legacy has its own tradition and history out in the West Texas, but Keller is obviously more of a newcomer on the scene in terms of getting this deep into the playoffs. And, you just got to keep doing what you're doing, which is Lewisville, they recover a fumble and the refs say they didn't, you just keep plugging away, and that defense, when you're looking at your offense and they're struggling, they just buckled down and kept doing what they're doing, and it worked out for them.
Those 2 missed field goals obviously were huge, even though the math doesn't add up for Martin to even be able to win it even with those. But if they make one or both of those field goals, it could end up being a different ball game.
It changes the complexion late in the game.
Yeah, Lewisville may change what they do offensively if Martin has 6 points on the board there, but they don't make either one of them. It's more of a nod to Lewisville's defense than it is to Martin's kicking game, because they rushed both of those field goals, and Martin had to try to hurry up to get the ball off the tee, and they didn't hit it cleanly either time, and it was two different kickers that missed them.
And two different holders.
Two different holders as well. So Lewisville completely took Martin out of their game tonight, took away everything that they tried to do offensively, and turned in one of the better postseason defensive performances that I've seen in a long time.
No, like I said, this goes right up there with the best defensive performances in Farmer playoff history. This kid's got a lot to be proud of, and that's a score that's really going to shock people around the state. Martin with just 10 points, no points, and falls 10-0, and people know who Arlington Martin is, and the kind of firepower they can throw up at you. And Lewisville really they stood tall and did the Maroon proud tonight.
Well, and if you look at the stat line, obviously a bit abbreviated, as you would expect. Lewisville only 166 yards of offense in this game, but Martin outgains them 236 for Martin. But if you look at some of the Martin box scores the last 4 or 5 weeks, or really all season, 236 yards for them is next to nothing, and that goose egg on the scoreboard is nearly unheard of for the Warriors.
Yeah, and it was, that yardage was between the 20s, and that's fine. The Lewisville defense says that once you get inside the 20, you're ours, and they proved it.
Another takeaway for Lewisville on defense in a big situation. The Farmers rushing the ball. Byron Ellison 15 for 62. Ethan Terrell 13 for 44. So nobody really lights up the stat sheet, but this night, obviously, about the Lewisville defense. The Farmers win an area championship for the second consecutive year. They're going to move on to face the winner of Keller and Midland Legacy next week. The week of Thanksgiving, and Lewisville will be practicing. We're going to go ahead and take one final short break and come back and talk about action in the rest of the DFW Metroplex on the Whataburger postgame show.
Lewisville Lettering has served the Lewisville community with low prices, quality goods, and quick delivery for over 25 years. At Lewisville Lettering, they can take care of all your textile screen printing and embroidery needs. Uniforms, corporate wear, t-shirts, hats, jackets, sweats, schoolwear, they do it all. Locally owned and operated since 1991, Lewisville Lettering is trusted by local schools, including all the Fighting Farmers merchandise sold by the Booster Club, as well as churches and police and fire departments. Lewisville Lettering works with businesses both large and small, but the individual customer is just as important to them as the large corporation. Whether you need hundreds of printed shirts or a single embroidered name, they'll give you the same quality work and attention. From custom artwork to digitizing, all of their work is done in-house in Lewisville. So give them a call today at 972-221-7286 or come by and take a tour of their facility at 701B South Old Orchard Lane, right off West Main Street in Lewisville. Lewisville Lettering, your hometown print shop.
Are you craving authentic Italian food in a warm, friendly atmosphere? Then you need to stop by Viva La Pasta, where they strive to serve delicious homemade pastas, mouth-watering pizzas, and so much more, straight from their family's table right to yours. Farmer fans have made Viva La Pasta one of the most popular restaurants in town. Stop by and see for yourself. They're conveniently located right across the street from Lewisville High School at 1093 West Main Street. Visit VivaLaPastaMenu.com or check out Viva La Pasta on Facebook and Instagram for news and deals. For me, it's Viva La Pasta.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. The GDYO provides music education and performance opportunities for musically talented youth, but this is no kids' concert. The GDYO comprises 7 different ensembles made up of over 425 talented musicians ages 8 to 18, representing more than 50 communities in North Texas. You won't believe how amazing these ensembles sound until you hear it for yourself. So join them for one of their concerts at the Meyerson Symphony Center or Dallas City Performance Hall. For more information on how to make a donation, as well as a listing of upcoming GDYO concerts, visit gdyo.org. And if you know a talented young musician interested in an unbelievable experience, auditions take place in the spring. Connect with the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and at gdyo.org.
Back at Gerald Ford Stadium at SMU, Cody Barfnick with Keith Whitmire. Lewisville takes a 10-0 win over Arlington Martin's second consecutive area championship for the Lewisville Fighting Farmers, and they will play the winner of the Keller Indians and Midland Legacy Rebels in 1 week, either the day or 2 days after Thanksgiving, and we'll see how the rest of the night shook out in DFW. Keith Whitmire's got it for you.
Well, sort of a close one there. Prosper with 38-26 over South Grand Prairie. Some of these aren't finals yet, but it's the best we can do right now on short notice. But Prosper 38, South Grand Prairie 26. So that might eliminate the rest of Arlington Martin's, I believe, 8-6A? Anyway.
8-6A, yeah.
Duncanville, the other shutout tonight, Duncanville 41, Wiley nothing. That's really no surprise there, the powerful Duncanville Panthers. South Lake Carroll scored 69 points tonight, defeating Wilforth Friendship 69-14.
Ouch.
A good battle matchup of area teams. Waxahachie 31, Rockwall 18. Waxahachie comes with the win, but that was a nice inter-regional clash. McKinney all over Jesuit 42-7. Longview, one of those state powers, 38-17 over Frisco Lone Star. These games are all pretty closer at halftime, and then the favorites pulled away in the second half. Seems to be the pattern. Denton Geyer 49, Highland Park 28. No surprise there. And Abilene Wiley Falls, Collegeville Heritage 40, Abilene Wiley 37. A close one there, high scoring but close. Grapevine with the 38-21 win over Abilene Cooper, so another area team over a West Texas team, 38-21 Grapevine. Argyle 7-0 over Wichita Falls Rider. That's a surprisingly close score there.
Very close.
Giving Argyle's history. And another close one, North Crowley 49, El Paso Pebble Hills 42.
Wow, that's surprising to me.
Apparently Pebble Hills was for real this year. I know the El Paso schools don't generally get very far in the playoffs, but they gave North Crowley all they wanted, 49-42. And then Lancaster with a late touchdown to pull ahead of Frisco Reedy, 27-21. So Lancaster 27, Frisco Reedy 21. And there's your score report for tonight.
Thank you, Keith. It was a great night around Texas high school football. A great night here at Gerald J. Ford Stadium at SMU. Lewisville 10, Arlington Martin nothing. Lewisville lives to play another week in the regional semifinals. For Keith Whitmire, I'm Cody Barfnick. We'll see you in 1 week against either Keller or Midland Legacy on Champion Sports.